Today, gamers, today we're gonna finish Volume 6, Light Seeker! Whoa, chill. Woo! I can feel the veins popping out of my head. I gotta chill, I gotta calm down. Look, my puppy, she's trying to chill, she's nice and calm. You jump scared me. Sorry for the jump scare. Sure about that? Today we finish. Because if I don't finish today, we can't finish until Tuesday. So we gotta finish today. We have to. So, we just go right into it. Easy, you agree? Tron Legacy is an S tier? Fuck yeah, man. Not only that, I think Ares was a good movie. I'm sorry, does that negate my valid criticism for other movies? Does that invalidate my opinion for, like, my other favorite movies of all time, like Inception or, like, the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Fuck that! Tron Ares was a good movie. It wasn't no Citizen Kane or Martin Scorsese film, but it was a good... Wait, I'm already going off track. We're here to finish... We're here to finish LOTM Season 6. Season 6, Volume 6, Light Seeker. And I assume the Light Seeker is... Sister, it invalidates your opinion, except for LOTR since it's V. Alright. I'll agree with you guys there. Damn, we getting controversial already? Oh, damn, man. Shots fired. Who the fuck asked me that question? Why are you stirring the pot? Was it username? Why you got stir the pot? No, it wasn't username. Who asked that? Why you got stir the pot, Bullseye? I held up. No, I'll be honest though. Dude, I let me take off my shoes before we start reading. Before we start, I grew up knowing about Tron. I saw the original Tron when I was like 5 years old. I was a kid, bro, watching it on the TV. And then when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, the Tron world was like one of my favorite worlds ever. It was so cool. Tron was such a badass character. You get sucked into the world. It was so cool, dude. I think that's where my love of Isekai came from, you know? And then I saw Legacy. I fucking loved it. I saw the Disney Plus show. Not Disney Plus, Disney XD show. Fucking loved it. So I liked Ares. I know people hate it, right? I don't see the disdain towards it, right? Like people think it's like complete dog shit. I liked it. Now we will read in 2 minutes while we wait for more people to join, because I know I went live like a few minutes early. Fuck yeah, Shipper's still my favorite. Yes, Tron is an isekai if you think about it. Here, don't we start reading right now? And 2 minutes once everything is good. In the meantime, let me fix audio. I assume we're gonna need serious music right away. I'll loop this for now. Yeah, man, like I liked Ares. And dude, 9-inch Nail fucking nailed it, bro. Like I know Ares isn't like the craziest movie of all time, right? Like Tron movies have never been that deep. I guess on a superficial level, right? They're just cool. They're cool watch. They're cool spectacles. Good premise, cool story. Nothing crazy. Again, it's not like a Martin Scorsese film. It's not like you're watching Inception, Interstellar, or like Oppenheimer. You're not watching these crazy ass biopic movies, right? So it's like a different tone. So I always go in and I have fun with these movies. So I really liked Ares, and they did set up a fourth movie. This was the movie. I just don't want to miss the stream. I know we're not gonna miss it though. We're gonna jump in right one minute. Like Tron Ares was like a, you know my timestamps. It was like a soft reboot, right? So it wasn't like even a direct sequel to Legacy. But the ending of the movie sets up returning characters and sets up a returning villain. So I was like, oh shit, this is cool. But then Disney like, oh yeah, we're never bringing Tron back because it just didn't do good. It's fucking stupid, man. God damn, man. Tron can just never fucking win. Just fucking Disney, give up the fucking license to somebody that would actually do something with it. Man, it just frustrates me, man. I love it. And then you play it in Dream Drop Distance again and fucking KH2. Man, all right, let's get to it. Let me turn my fan and let's get reading. Sorry for the Tron tangent. Gotta pick up my pants. Ugh. I didn't grow up watching movies, so I have no idea. Dude, I grew up watching movies and video games. By the way, Cillian Murphy says the Peaky Blinders movie will be next year. Oh shit! You need to finish the series already. Also, there's gonna be 2 season 6 episode each sequel series. Wait, I've talked about Peaky Blinders, right? I think I've talked about it. I think that's why you're bringing it up. Raise your name. Literally one of my favorite shows. It's such a good show. Music change at the end of this chapter when you read at the moment the thick fog, okay? And then you'll let me know. Wait, before I read the whole thing. A lot of hate for Aries seems to stem from hate for Jared Leto. And here, wait, last thing I'll say. I could give 2 shits about Jared Leto. Like, his acting isn't even bad in the movie. People just hate Jared Leto. And, like, I get it. He does his weird little, like, retreats with his fans. And it's like, okay, that's a little weird. It's kind of like a little cult. All right, but it's like, I mean, my man was from Maroon 5, bro. Like, cut him some slack here over here. Wait, Maroon 5? Shit, man, it's been a while since I've heard his music. But, like, people hate him. People hate him. My favorite part, though, when he said it's Tron in time, but that was a pretty cool part. Well, Sonny, we said the thing. We said you haven't finished it yet. I haven't finished Peaky Blinders. When, you see the new sub channel on Discord? No, I have not looked at it. You know what? I need to just read because I am low on time and I'm catching myself stall. But this is an amazing conversation that I would love to keep up. I do apologize. We got a Magical Girl channel now? Fuck yeah. Magical Girl channel? Say no more. Peaky Blinders last season is so good. You need to, man. All right. Bet. If you haven't watched it, man, watch The Last Kingdom. The Last Kingdom is, I think, like, also one of the best shows ever. The movie, oh my god, I cried like a little bitch. Such a fucking good movie. All right, so chapter change when we read at that moment. All right, now that we had 0 stalling in our stream, we will resume on par. I'll check it out. It might even surpass it a little bit. Well, at least just from what I've read username. From what I've watched. Because I've watched all of The Last Kingdom. And only like 2 seasons of Peaky Blinders. I haven't finished season 2, but... I'm stalling! Back on task! Today, we finished this beautiful, glorious volume. Lightseeker! Chapter 1258. Tremendous Changes. Alright. Timestamp. Let's get reading. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Woo! Sorry for the coughing. Yeah, you should really check out Last Kingdom. Once I finish Peaky Blinders, I think I will be able to say that. On par. I think I will be able to confidently say on par. Such a fucking good show, man. Literally, I won't spoil what it's about. Just watch episode 1 is like the perfect episode. It perfectly just explains what the series is and what's going to happen. Just watch episode 1 after, man. Watch episode 1 after the stream. You guys are gonna love it. So I don't get sick. I'm gonna put my socks back on. Give me a sec. Because, you know, it's cold. Starting to get cold again, and I really don't want to get sick, especially when I'm away, you know? Driving back sick sucks. Most of the stream today? No worries, all good, bro. Reddit posts in general, go upvote it so people join the stream. Oh, shit. Socks block disease? Hell yeah, they do. Oh, shit. Yeah. I was going to say, Reddit. Fuck yeah, dude. Post it on Reddit. Post it in general. If the 16 of you guys upvote that bitch, that's 60 more upvotes. Oh, hell yeah. All right, let's get reading. Although Klein was urging... Oh my god, I lost my voice. I'm getting too excited. I think I need to prematurely take out my fan because I already know how I'm going to get in like a few chapters. I already know how I'm going to get like my extra one. Chapter 1258 is called Tremendous Changes. A short recap of 1250-57. Like, what's happened? We fucked up Uni. Wait, no. Did we get... Hold up. I don't even remember if we killed the Shadow or not. Did we kill the... I actually don't remember we killed the Shadow. Shit. I don't remember we got the Shadow. Let's find out. Hey, bruh. Wait, did we get the Shadow? He forgot. Yes, we did. We got him, right? He did it. Okay, for a second, I thought he retreat. No, it'd be stupid for him to retreat into the Giant King's court. No, he wouldn't retreat. Okay, I lied. Engagement bait. Let's get back to reading. Although Klein was urging them on the surface, he actually threw Life's Cane to the bottom of the magnificent staircase and threw it at Olivia, allowing her to treat herself and call in Iliad's injuries. I would never forget. Clearly engagement bait. Shadow tried to run to the Giant King's court. Ah, I knew that. I knew that. Thank you. How the fuck did I forget that? As a former Rose Bishop, it's barely been a day. As a former Rose Bishop, Livia was at least afraid of the negative effects of the Life's Cane, regardless of the changes in her body, as long as it didn't involve the spirits, she couldn't treat them. And at the same time, Derek quickly ran towards the collapsed battlefield in the middle of the staircase, picking up the severed arm of the chief. As long as a broken limb wasn't lost, a Life's Cane could heal the injuries, restoring it anew. With an exaggerated smile, Klein nodded at calling Iliad and leaped into the fog of history. He dashed to a time before the first epoch and hid in a fragment of light. Then, with a thought, he returned to Sephira Castle and sat at the seat belonging to the Fool. With the help of the Crimson Star corresponding to the Fool, which was constantly contracting and expanding, he checked the situation inside the Giant King's court. Make sure my phone is silent. Okay, phone is silent. Inside the Giant King's residence, however, under his true vision, there was a deep darkness inside, indistinct and indescribable. As expected of the left hand of the god, the deputy of heaven, a king of angels, this is suspected to be related to the Chaos Sea. Klein sighed silently as he frowned silently. He now suspected that even if Little Sun entered the palace and prayed inside, it would be difficult for him to see the exact situation through the darkness unless he became an angel and truly gained ownership over Sephira Castle. In addition, Klein's spiritual intuition told him that there were still many unknown effects hidden in the slumbering grounds of the Dark Angel. He definitely couldn't be careless. He immediately reminded in his thoughts and observed the situation. He searched for high-level existences like Adam and Amon, but he didn't find anything unusual. After letting out a breath, Klein hurriedly shattered the miracle invoker beyond the characteristics that he had separated from the curtain. He made the parts consisting of the sequence 9 to sequence 3 gather together, making the sequence 2 portion pure. Then he returned to the historical fragment and was once again affected by the virtual persona, becoming more like a clown. And the next second, he left the grayish-white fog and reappeared in front of the door that opened into the residence of the Giant King court. Damn! The Silver Knight marionette that had inserted the sword into the ground, created an invisible barrier, immediately stood up. At this moment, the severed arm of Colin Iliad had already been reattached. Damn! Lovia had also recovered from her injuries. However, at some point in time, a few golden wheat heads grew on the back of her head and swayed. I was very concerned if Lovia would die or not. She's kind of growing on me, man. The more I read about Lovia, the more I like her. They walked to the door together with Derek and returned to Life's Cane to Klein. After receiving it, he shook it and stopped maintaining the projection, making it vanish into thin air. Right on the heels of that, he made a grab with his right hand, intending to summon the historical void projection of Miss Messenger when she was in perfect condition. She's a traitor, bro. She worships. I know she worships the true bum, but like, she's still kind of cool when they fight. I'm like, all right. Yeah, I'd be dead. I'd be so dead in this world. It's not necessarily that one. I have too many choices. Klein spoke the truth in a slightly exaggerated tone. Colin had already dispelled his giant state and regained his original height of more than 2 meters tall. After all, maintaining an incomplete mythical creature form was still a huge burden to him. Mami Lovia? Yeah, dude. At that moment, he was wearing a silver armor he conjured. He held 2 swords that had returned to their normal sizes and said calmly, that corrupted monster showed the characteristics of generating living creatures. The place where Dark Angel sleeps should have similar effects. What the chief means is that the angel projection that misrolled summons might rebel after entering the residence of the Giant King. And a fallen angel, even a projection, is easily able to make us pay a heavy price. Derek easily understood what the chief meant. On the other side, the flesh of Lovia's head was squirming as it enveloped the few wheat heads and fused them to herself. Makes sense. Klein smiled and nodded gently, snapping his fingers. Then he dragged out an ordinary ravine from the fog of history, allowing it to fly past the open door and enter the dark interior. When the raven's figure had swayed by the dark environment, Klein's eyebrows moved slightly. He turned his head and smiled at the City of Silver chief. I've lost contact. Colin Iliad replied without any surprise. That's the king of angels for you. Klein couldn't control the corners of his mouth from curling up. To him, this was a rather troublesome matter. It meant that he couldn't summon a historical void projection to enter. Oh shit, so he has to go in, not his void projection. He couldn't summon historical void projection to enter in his steed. The fact that his shadow had been sliced off also proved this point. Alright, as if stretching his wrists, he waved his hands a few times and took out a black staff with the many gems embedded in it. 062, Staff of the Stars. Damn. He could only try to see if the sealed artifact projection and a marionette would degenerate and betray him, and after all of them were prepared, Colin, Iliad, Livia, and Derek simultaneously cast their gaze towards the darkness behind the open door. Using the Staff of the Stars in his hand, Klein pointed ahead and said with an obvious smile, "This is going to be a dangerous journey." What a badass, dude. I love this Klein persona. This is going to be a dangerous journey. Everyone has a chance of dying, for you and for me. With that said, he pressed down on his top hat, followed behind the Silver Knight marionette, passed through the open door. He entered the deep darkness. Colin, Ilya, Livia, and Derek didn't speak. They walked forward in silence and determination. It's cool, dude. Backland in the battlefield outside the city, using Lai to adjust her dragon transformation appearance, Audrey, a demigod in Phasacian... I'm reading it wrong. Only one chapter in. Phasacian military uniform, who wore a mask and gloves, engaged in the fierce battle. The other party's impregnable defense, the broadsword that had been condensed from the light of dawn, the rapier ability to hide and teleport, like a deep impression on her. If not for the fact that she knew that the upper echelons of Phasic and Intis were mostly Silver Knights, Demon Hunters, and Iron-Blooded Knights, War Bishops, oh my god, so many. Unshadowed Justice Mentors, Alchemists, and Arcane Scholars, and had gathered intelligence in advance at the Terror Club, and did some homework, Audrey, who lacked individual combat experience, would have long been defeated. Relying on her accumulated experience in this aspect, she managed to withstand the initial attacks and finally compose herself. Relying on the battle hypnotism, mind deprivation, mind breath, and mind storm, she slowly turned the situation around and escaped her predicament. She is so strong. Damn, I'm impressed as fuck. Of course, the most important thing was that the godhood brought about by the dragon transformation had interfered with the Silver Knight's mind and thought. Furthermore, it allowed Audrey to possess a body that could withstand damage, as well as providing a power that could withstand attacks. Otherwise, she would have sustained injuries from barely being able to hold on. As for a sequence 3 saint of the warrior pathway, the Phasacians... Oh my god. General had a strong will and uniqueness that was unaffected by illusions. He was unable to effectively resist the effects of the mind and reduce the negative effects he'd received. Therefore, he still held the upper hand and used light concealment and silver rapier to surpass Audrey and attempt to create an opportunity to defeat the enemy. Audrey was very calm about this. This is because when fighting, she had already created a virtual persona. She had diverted her attention to the surrounding environment and had scattered many mental plague seeds. It wouldn't be long before the Phasic general was silently infected. At this moment, red flaming spears shot over from an allied forces base, bolting out of the sky within their defenses. The Silver Knight didn't dodge. Instead, he just took a step forward and swung his sword down. Instant parry, keeping Audrey fixed to the ground. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The burning spears pummeled down one after another, blanketing the two demigods. Audrey's face could not help but distort. Charred marks covered her grayish-white scales of her dragon transformation body. As for the Silver Knight's armor, it was still glowing with silver light. It didn't suffer much of an impact. Compared to the giant who specialized in defense, the dragon's ability to withstand blows was obviously much weaker. Only at this point that Audrey realized that she was participating in a war, not in a solo battle. Oh shit, it's coming. Yeah, Wednesday stick fog, right? Got it. When another wave of flaming spears was about to hit them, there seemed to be a commotion within the allied forces bases, and there was a collapse to a certain degree. At that moment, the thick fog that enveloped... We got it. At that moment, the thick fog that enveloped the entire battlefield vanished. Okay, what song is this? As it loads? We got it. At that moment... The thick fog enveloped the entire battlefield and vanished. I never told you guys, Evangelion is like one of my favorite series of all time. I know this song like the back of my head, Cammy. This is... Can we play this? I think we're good, right? If Wiz played it, then I guess we're good. I'm trusting you. I assume Wiz has played this before, right? I assume Wiz played this before? Not valid take. People that not like 3.0 plus 1.0. I loved it. Yeah? All right, we're good. Such a surreal experience. I gotta watch End of Ava in theaters, bro. Crazy ass experience too. Let's get reading. As though it had never existed, Audrey and the Facing General stopped fighting. Oh, music. Oh, I love this song. 2.0 is such a good movie. As though it had never existed, Audrey and the Facing General stopped fighting at the same time, finding themselves. Oh, hold up! It's so hard to read because the song is so good. Let me adjust the volume. No. Okay, I got it, show. I'm sending exactly the same I sent to Wiz. Okay, we're good. All right, we're good. Dude, I'm not even lying. I love Ava, bro. Do you not see all my Ava stuff? It's kind of hard to see. You can kind of see my volumes. They're hidden. All right, I am composed. The hype from the music is passing. As though it had never existed, Audrey and the Facing General stopped fighting at the same time, finding themselves abnormally weak. They even found it difficult to raise their arms. She saw that behind the Allied forces' bases, at the edge of the boundless plains, an orange-red ray of light rushed over, instantly covering half of the sky, blocking out the sun. The area around Backland instantly turned into dust. The thick darkness appeared on another side of the sky and very quickly collided with the orange sunset. All the soldiers and the officers in the battlefield fell to the ground and fell into a deep sleep. What the fuck? And the Backland city outside the St. Ireland Cathedral fell deep into sleep. They just went to bed. They just knocked out. In Backland city outside the St. Harold Cathedral, Leonard, who was wearing a red glove, did night come? Darkness? Got it. Thank you. Leonard, who was wearing a red glove, looked up at the half-dark, half-dusk sky. His throat let out a silent sigh as he cast his gaze at the entrance of St. Herland Cathedral. The broad-haired Iconser Bernard and the other members of the machinery hive mind stood there, staring blankly at the sky. Just a few moments ago, they enjoyed a deep love of cooperation with Leonard Redglove's team. Together, they dealt with the evil forces in Backland, searching for the secret organizations they believed in the Fool. The one they used the tarot cards as the codename. At the bell tower, we're getting a lot of POV changes. At the bell tower, the cathedral ways, the city generosity bam, the Nits, watching the resistance enter the city and take over many places. Finally, he heaved a sigh of relief and turned to Alger. Look, they're very popular in most places in the city. Alger's gaze followed the slightly dark-skinned natives, and he didn't respond to the Nits. The Nits felt very relaxed as he chuckled and said, I never expected that we would meet again in such a situation. Fucking Alger. Alger looked up and was just about to say something when he suddenly felt something. He cast his gaze towards the northwestern sky. The place he was looking at instantly darkened. Darkened? Oh, shit! Wait. Is the Forsaken Lands? The darkness? Is that what it is? Layers of dark clouds formed and countless silver boats of lightning snaked out. Many deep blue waves surged up and were swept up by the wind. They rushed towards the cloud and connected to the sea. Wherever the sea and the sky intersected, beams of light lit up. They weren't resplendent or clear without any colors. They seemed to be formed from countless illusionary objects. Two legendary pirates. Is the Nits legendary? All right. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Oh, shit. I'm getting excited, dude. I'm a little excited today. I'm just a little bit excited. I assume we'll keep the music playing. Dude, I'm trying to chill, man. I fucking love Ava. I own the Blu-rays. You can probably see them if you zoom in. You can kind of see it. It's right next to the Attack on Titan one. I own the Blu-rays. Yes. All right. I love Ava, bro. It's like one of my comfort shows. The movies are like comfort movies for me. I like rewatch them. Another music change. Middle of this chapter. Colin Iliad nodded slightly. All right. I remember. Chapter 1259 is called Slumbering Grounds. In the battlefield near the capital Lemberg. End of chapter, sorry. Okay. When Colin Iliad. In the battlefield near the capital Lemberg, the balls of the compressed scarlet fireballs flew past the corpses, weapons, blood, and smoke under the guidance of a flaming sphere. They landed in the areas that were built with simple construction, were creating a series of explosions. As he watched the smoke rise and the flame spread, Anderson flung the dusk in his hands and turned it to the deputy beside him with a smile. I wonder how much longer this will last. Any last words? I can help you write a will. As he had wished, he saw the angered look of the militia around him. Their thoughts were uniform. However, the militia didn't attack. The glint in their eyes slowly settled as they cast their gaze in another direction. You actually didn't respond to my provocation? Anderson pricked up his brows. This means that you're planning something. Without waiting for the deputy and the militia to respond, the hunter smiled and continued. Y'all are planning to surrender, right? Are you trying to protect your family and friends? Enough about Evangelion. I know. I get too excited, man. This music is so good. Seeing the gazes sweep over, Anderson tisked and shook his head. You haven't become beyond us for too long. It's only through the war that you obtained the main potion ingredients from the enemy. Only then did you become a hunter, provoker, and pyromaniacs. However, when it comes to plotting conspiracies, y'all are still too inexperienced. I'm very curious. Why don't you try convincing me to surrender together? I don't think I will project the image of being very firm usually. Besides, I'm not a believer of the god of knowledge and wisdom. Having said that, Anderson looked thoughtfully at his deputy. Is it because the enemy's brass is totally furious at me? They gave the order not to accept my surrender. The deputy remained silent for a few seconds before saying, since you already know, why are you asking? With a swoosh, the nearby militia raised their right hands and aimed their palms at Anderson, appearing to have come to the collective understandings. If I don't ask, how can I be sure what everyone is thinking? Anderson said with a smile without panicking. He rubbed his stomach with his left hand and placed his right hand into his pocket. It was unknown what he was looking for. At that moment, the sun in the sky suddenly expanded and became extremely huge. The blazing golden sun made Anderson and company unable to open their eyes. They found it difficult to think any further. Immediately following that, an illusionary tower appeared. Every level was made up of thick books. An illusionary tower appeared? Every level was made up of thick books. Each book had a brass eye on it. The higher one looked, the darker it became. It was filled with the aura of insanity, destruction, what kind of word is this? Is English? Inauspiciousness? I'm kind of impressed. And disaster. Look at that, first try. The tower extended into the sky as though it had encompassed the entire world within itself, including the gigantic sun. What is that? The books? What is that? Backland with the Odora family's luxurious villa, all the Sanguin in the city had gathered here to prepare for the impending outcome of war. Amblin White, who had become an earl, had his hands in his pockets. He stood by the window, bathed in with a mixed light of the dusk and night as he watched the members of his fellow race discuss the current affairs uneasy. Suddenly, his spiritual perception was triggered as he cast his gaze out the window. Inauspicious. Unlucky. By the way, do you understand what's happening with the... I don't understand why the environment's changing. You think easy... No, I don't know what's... I assume all... I assume all these changes happening to the world is because we open up the Giant King's court and something... Dark Angel Caesarea is doing something, and like that illusionary tower, all the lightning and the darkness, I feel like all of it has something to do with Dark Angel Caesarea. That's all I know. Dusk, darkness, lightning, sun, books. I've been looking at chat. You guys are seeing like the lightning, the dark. I don't know what this is referencing. Something crazy is happening. I don't. Ooh, maybe like the world changes because the Light Seeker came. I know. Hey, we're here, bro. We're here together. In the garden, a bunch of withered grass was dyed green once again. What? They rapidly grew and soon... Oh, wait. All the gods are responding. Wait. Oh, all of them are responding. What the fuck he's talking about, bro? Is understanding nothing? I understood nothing. It has to be like the gods' symbolism. Somebody's responding. In the garden, a bunch of withered grass was dyed green once again. They rapidly grew and soon they reached the height of a person. In other places in the city, somewhere on the street sides that has not been affected by the previous bombardment, were widely absorbing nutrients. Bro, something is happening. Klein said it was weird that no one responded. I think all of them are responding at the same time. Sorry, wait, I gotta chill. One by one, they rose up and soon grew to tens of meters tall. The branches were thick and leaves were like umbrellas. The towering trees were connected to one another, covering half of the sky and backland. Many buildings were crushed, or they were entangled by branches and vines. I wonder what creates vines and branches. It was as if they had been abandoned for more than a century. In just 7 or 8 seconds, many places in the backland had become a primitive forest. After more than 1,000 years, the gods have finally walked the land once more. Oh, this is so hype, dude. After passing through the open door and entering the dark interior of the Giant King's residence, oh shit, after everybody like just wakes up and responds, we cut to the Giant King's court. Fuck out of here, dude. After passing through the open door and entering the dark interior of the Giant King's residence, Klein immediately observed the Silver Knight marionette in front of him, the Staff of the Stars in his right hand and Creeping Hunger on his left hand. They didn't show any abnormalities for the time being. The corresponding spirit body threads didn't show any signs of degeneration. After confirming the situation in the area, Klein cast his gaze around and observed his surroundings. The place was enveloped by thick corporeal darkness. They couldn't see further than 15 feet. 5 meters away, the ground was paved with grayish-white bricks that looked like they were pieces of a frozen sunset. They didn't reveal anything extraordinary. After some thought, the corners of Klein's mouth curled up. He reached into the void, grabbed and attempted to summon an angel, and the next second he laughed out loud because he had lost a clear connection with the fog of history. Music change? Yeah. Colin Iliad nodded slightly. Okay. This was the reason why the historical void projection had lost contact after entering this region. Laughing, Klein suddenly turned around and walked back to the area from which he had entered. Mr. World Sparrow, what do you want to know? Derek, who was scrutinizing the various restrictions on him, asked in surprise. Klein replied with a beaming smile, "Now is not the right time to explore this place. I plan to come in again later." Are you planning on summoning a sequence for a historical projection and try to see if it will degenerate and betray you after you bring it in? Colin Iliad said after some thought. No, I said when he sighed. Colin Iliad nodded slightly. Yeah, okay, not that part. Colin Iliad said after some thought. Klein spread his left palm and said, no one set the rule that we can go out once we enter or not being able to enter after leaving. True. Although in such a situation, Mr. World's words sounded like a little strange, Derek still felt that it made sense. This is because the City of Silver had done the same thing when exploring the surrounding areas. Through repeated acts of entering and exiting, they gradually accumulated intelligence and details to finally resolve whatever problem they faced. Lovia didn't say a word or object. From her point of view, it was undoubtedly a good thing that she could make even more preparations. And an exploration that determined the fate of the City of Silver, they definitely couldn't be rash. After taking a few steps back, Klein suddenly stopped and laughed out loud. It looks like the tower doesn't want us to leave. The faint light at the door had already been devoured by the deep darkness and disappeared. Colin Iliad surveyed his surroundings and said, we can only proceed forward. Badass. Seeing the chief and Mr. World turn around at the same time, Derek took a deep breath and raised his left hand, letting it emit a golden glow that illuminated surrounding darkness. They revealed thick columns with indescribable tops. Some of them had their silhouettes outlined, with others were hidden deep in their depths, barely visible. Derek retracted his gaze, preparing to head forward with Mr. World and Chief. At that moment, he failed to see another family figure from the corner of his eyes. Derek's pupils dilated suddenly. Then he quickly turned his head to look for Elder Livia, who had been standing beside him moments ago. This demigod who believed in the true creator had disappeared. She had disappeared without a trace. Derek's abnormality was noticed by both Klein and Colin Iliad. At the same wait, Colin, sorry. Yeah, okay, no, that wasn't him slightly nodding. At the same time, they cast their gazes at the spot and saw the black-robed Livia had disappeared without a trace, as though she had been... What? As though she had been evaporated into thin air? What the fuck? With the spiritual intuition of a seer and the... Of a seer? And the reconnoiter abilities of a demon hunter, they failed to realize when Lovia had gone missing or how she vanished. Been nice knowing you, Lovia. Bro, over here now I'm saying I'm finally starting to like her. The curl on the corner of Klein's lips grew even wider. Without any hesitation, his mind raced and allowed his spirit body to enter the world above the gray fog, combining with the dark red illusion of the Fool. Right on the heels of that, he cast his gaze forward at the crimson star that symbolized the sun. He hoped to find the clues through his true vision. However, everything was still obstructed by the darkness. Nothing was revealed, just like how Klein predicted before entering the Giant King's palace. Without any time to think further, Klein immediately returned to the real world. In the span of 3 or 2 seconds, there was only Derek and the Silver Knight marionette by his side. The City of Silver chief, who was wearing a silver armor hat. What the fuck? He disappeared? He also disappeared. What just happened? Derek asked with a warm smile. Derek looked at him in shook confusion and panic. Didn't you see it? No, he's not dead. You literally told me something. What was it when he sighs? He nodded slightly. He ain't dead. Hold up, they're not dead. The moment he finished speaking, the shadow under Derek suddenly came. Fuck you! Don't get Derek. Suddenly came alive. It rapidly extended upwards and enveloped him and the sunlight he emitted. After the shadow completely covered Derek, it fused with the surrounding darkness, no longer separable. Klein had originally raised his black staff to prevent an anomaly from happening, but in the end, he didn't do anything. All he did was watch with a smile. After a second, he noticed that his body had turned black and dull, as though he was being melted by the environment. Similarly, Klein didn't try to save himself. The corners of his mouth curled up as he watched with a slightly shaking head. After his figure completely disappeared, his vision changed. The darkness was gone. The grayish white stone bricks, the surrounding walls, and the huge pillar appeared clearly. They were covered in a layer of faint shadows. Outside the window, there was no sun, no moon, and no stars. However, a faint light shone through the window, making the entire palace appear sinister, dark, and cold. In the deepest part of the palace stood a very faint shadow resembling... Oh, shit, the fucking curtains. Wait. Resembling curtains. Lovia, Colin, Iliad, and Derek stood at the distance, not far away. They carefully observed their surroundings, as though they had come to another world. Unfortunately, my marionette kind of entered. Klein waved the staff of stars in his hand and smiled at Derek in company. His indifferent attitude and the chief's calm, composed manner made Derek quickly calm down. He no longer allowed his fear and panic to grip him, so we're chill. Colin Iliad, Cammy, I got you, I caught it. Colin Iliad nodded slightly. All right. Fuck, man, this song goes so fucking hard, dude. JJK music? Psh, fucking, that's some good ass shit. That's some good stuff. All right, let's loop this bitch. All right. Just as he was about to share his speculations, he suddenly felt something and turned to look at the deepest part of the palace. Klein, Derek, and Livia did similar actions, and the deepest depths of the palace, the faint shadow dissipated, revealing a flight of steps meant for the giant in the iron black throne at the top of it. Sitting on a throne was a man with black, slightly curled hair that reached his shoulders. His eyes were covered in shadows, and his actual appearance was extremely blurry, preventing the others from seeing him clearly. Layers and layers of black wings fell down from behind him, covering most of his body. The robe was black with silver threads embroiling it. They formed complicated patterns and had gorgeous accessories hanging on it. At that moment, the man had his left elbow on his armrest, holding... Wait. At that moment, the man had his left elbow on the armrest, holding up one side of his face with his palm, as though he was... Well, I'm sorry, who is this? As though he was in deep sleep. Oh, shit. He? Is it like he? Oh, this chapter is called Omniscience. Oh, shit. My man's Omniscience? Let's keep reading. Oh, fuck you, Windows. Why am I getting an update notification? No. Fuck you. Not right now. That is a terrible time. I'm not even going to respond to that prompt. All right, let's fucking keep going, man. You know who this is? Shit. Let's keep going. Fuck, wait, hold up. Here we go. It's not Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, have you guys been seeing those Michael Jackson Sora videos? That shit's crazy. Here we go again. What do you mean, oh shit? Chapter 1260 is called Omniscience. Without needing... Oh, I hit that kind of hard. Without needing anyone to make the introductions, the four demigods present clearly understood a reality. The giant-like man who was sleeping on the black throne was the left hand of God, the deputy of heaven, dark angel Cesare. Fuck, how tall is he? Amongst them, Lovia could clearly sense the oppression coming from this absolute high-level existence. I gotta chill. I'm getting excited, dude. From the high-level existence, it was like the response when praying to the true creator. It was an aura that could cause her thoughts to scramble, her soul to degenerate, and her body to tremble. Suddenly, she heard a burst of laughter. She turned her head to the side. Is Klein laughing? She turned her head to the side of the dais. Klein bent his back slightly and laughed. He is still sleeping. Should we directly wake him or wait for him to wake up? If we choose to wake him, how should we greet him? Bro, don't worry about that. We don't even need to greet him. Let me lower the volume down a smidge more, just a little bit more. How should we greet him? Hey, Your Highness, Dark Angel, Rose Redemption Leader. These two questions sounded ridiculous and arrogant, but they had managed to shake off the influence of the Iron Man and make Colin Iliad fall into deep thought. Wow, I can't read. I'm salivating, dude. Just now, they had instinctively considered the first question. It was rather important, and it concerned their subsequent actions. Calling it a thought for a moment before saying, let's not wake him up for the time being. Try approaching him and search for clues and information. Those are my thoughts as well. With his left hand, Klein casually snapped his fingers and walked towards the Black Throne. Damn. At this moment, he felt fortunate that he had already taken care of the shadows and restored his spirit to its complete state. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to completely restrict his virtual persona. When he was imagining how to do the greetings, he almost blurted out, "Hi, sassy." What the fuck? Seeing that Germansborough had taken 2 steps forward, Lovia finally snapped out of her daze. I'll give it a try using a grazed soul. This was a relatively safer method which wouldn't harm the expedition team. Klein nodded. With his black staff in his hand, he turned to his side with a beaming smile. A 3 to 4 meter tall phantom image appeared in front of Lovia, a pair of goat horns lined with mysterious patterns atop of its head. Its skin was black and matted, exuding a sinister fullness. It was a devil. It was different from the devils that he had seen before. Its body was covered with signs of decay, with this yellow-green pus hanging over it as though it was mixed with the power of degeneration. As Klein casually sized up the phantom image, the devil spread its huge bat-like wings, causing the light blue flames on it to burn even more vigorously, dissipating the strong smell of sulfur. It took a step forward, slowly approaching the iron-black throne. Sassy? Is that why? The iron-black throne of the staircase meant for the giants. Using its intuition for the danger, it surveyed the area for any abnormalities. While Colin, Klein, and the other demigods were paying attention to it, they also began scrutinizing the details of the Shadow Palace. They discovered that behind the iron-black throne that Caesarea was sleeping on, there was a pair of dim grayish-blue double doors that depicted sunset. This might be the door that leads to the outside world. This thought flashed across the minds. Oh man, they're so happy to go out. This thought flashed across the minds of the 3 City of Silver demigods, Colin, Iliad, Derek, and Lovia. At this moment, the devils who had traveled midway suddenly paused. It enveloped a cluster of silver lightning and quickly faded away after being blasted to pieces amid the crackling sounds. I assume when he wakes up, Dark Angel Caesarea, I assume that's when like all the darkness shit that like covers the Forsaken Lands will like kind of be lifted. Like when he wakes up, the land wakes up. I assume, and oh, he's the light seeker because he brought light. Oh, the Dark Angel brought light. Oh, that's so cool. A pillar of light with swirling holy flames smawed out of thin air, completely purifying the soul that belonged to the devil. Lovia didn't feel any pain from losing her graze target. She only frowned slightly and couldn't think of a better way to probe the way. Klein looked around and said with an exaggerated smile, As expected, I'm the man for the job. As he spoke, he slowly walked forward, and as he took out a box of matches from his pocket, he lit them one by one and casually threw them around. I've always been a little timid. After throwing half a box of matches, Klein turned around and explained with a smile. And even Derek Berg wasn't convinced by the sentence. Following that, under the illumination of the scarlet flames, Klein continued walking towards the iron-black throne that might have belonged to an ancient god. When he arrived at the spot where the devil's souls were destroyed, his left palm suddenly tightened. Klein lowered his head and saw that creeping hunger had returned to its human skin form. An exaggerated crack opened in his palm. Inside it were 2 rows of illusionary white teeth. Oh, we're back. This sealed artifact was attempting to gnaw at Klein's flesh in a bid to consume both his body and his spirit. No. Creeping hunger has degenerated. Tis, Klein let out an obvious sigh. He glanced at the staff of stars in his right hand. He confirmed that the grades of a sealed artifact which didn't have any living characteristics had yet to show any abnormalities. He then raised his right hand and stuffed the other end of the staff of the stars into creeping hunger. The bottom part, into creeping hunger? Bro, still stuck with the light seeker. Come on, of course, man. Stop burning the kitchen. Okay. We'll talk about it. Creeping hunger bit at it a few more times before it finally calmed down when sensing the suppression effect of a higher level entity. After laughing twice, Klein took another few steps forward, covering a few meters. Cracks suddenly appeared in the shadows that covered the walls, pillars, and tiles. As one brass eye after another grew out, a figure appeared in front of the countless eyes. He was first presented as the black-haired light brown eye and the cold-looking German sparrow. Following that, he wrapped into the black-haired brown eye scholarly-looking Klein Moretti with ordinary looks. Then he degenerated into a blurry image and a grayish-white fog emitted from him. At this moment, these figures that seemed to expose all of Klein's secrets came to a halt. Boom. He exploded, transforming into countless illusionary fragments that fell to the ground and disappeared. Klein raised his brows and tisked with a laugh. The omniscient power of the reader pathway. Just the reader pathway. Just as he finished speaking, the brass-colored eyes which grew out from the surrounding shadows and the ground trembled. They emitted an ethereal voice that seemed to come from the ancient times. The aura of Sephara Castle. Sephara Castle. Colin Iliad. What the fuck? How the fuck does he know this? Colin Iliad seemed to recall something and came to a certain realization. It's only possible to get a response or approach Cesare with a Sephara. That's why, despite the hangman clearly having Lovia, a demigod believer of the City of Silver, he still forced me into the palace to meet the Dark Angel. It wasn't easy for Klein to control his virtual personality instinct to speak. Yo, what's up, what's up? The Light Seeker was the friends we made along the way? Get out of here, dude. Before he could consider what to say, the brass eyes hid in the shadows emitted another voice. Your fate has intersected Amanices, Leodero, Adam, Amond, Herabergen, Acussis, Medici, Ouroboros, as well as him. That's 9 motherfuckers. As well as him. With regards to the true names that the brass eyes had mentioned, Colin, Iliad, and Derek and Livia were no strangers to the names. They knew that the first one's the Evernight Goddess, followed by the 7 of the 8 Kings of Angels. Furthermore, there was no lack of sequences or true deities in the present day. This left them somewhat stunned. They couldn't believe that Gerbenspur would cross faith with so many high-level existences who exceeded Sequence 1. Wow. Together with the sleeping Dark Angel before him, Mr. World and the 8 Kings of Angels had already crossed paths. How impressive. Derek marveled at from the bottom of his heart. He is so impressed. Hello, hello. Klein was in no mood to quip about his divine interpersonal skills. With an obvious smile, he asked him. Klein believed that him referred to the true creator. After all, he still had his corruptive influences left in his body. The brass eyes of the showy curtain fell silent for a few seconds before saying with an ethereal voice, "He is another me." The true creator was really another side of the ancient sun god. What the fuck? The side that was born from the god's corpse. It's a side filtered with hatred and viciousness, one that controls degeneration. Klein gradually drew an equal sign between the black and gloomy infant sitting in the cavity of the ancient sun god's chest and the true creator. He had also gained initial confirmation that he was talking up to the psyche left by the Dark Angel Cesare. He thought about it and couldn't help but smile. Why did you form Rose Redemption to assassinate the ancient sun god? Yeah, what the fuck? Why? Oh shit. The information that the question revealed was something that Colin, Iliad, and Lovia already had an inkling of some speculations of. However, after hearing Gerbenspro say it with their own ears, they still felt pangs of depression and confusion. The curtain that covered the walls... Oh shit, I forget, the curtains are still looming right there. The curtains that cover the wall, stone pillars, and the floor tile trembled, but the sleeping Dark Angel remained motionless. Those brass eyes stared at him and said, "Sun God is just my original honorific name. You should now address me as the Lord who created everything, the omnipotent and omniscient God, or God Almighty. I can tell that you've been learning, and I can tell that you've been leading in that direction all that time." Finally, Klein laughed out loud. Then he felt a lingering fear. This is because he was mocking heaven's deputy, the left hand of God. He's mocking God's deputy. A king among kings of angels, as well as his true form. To not anger... I'm sorry, are we going to fight him? There's no way. To not anger the other party, he quickly repeated the question. So why did you betray yourself and form the... Ooh. So why did you betray yourself and form the Rose Redemption with the Evernight Goddess to assassinate yourself? The brass eyes fell into silence once again. The curtain-like shadows that blanketed... Yeah, why? The curtain-like shadows that blanketed various areas swayed gently without stopping. After a few seconds, the ethereal voice slowly said, "The primordial one had..." Like Cosmos? Those were that was also what they were called, right? Primordial ones? I'm not tripping out. Yeah, it's great. Wait. It was transcending sequences, greater old ones, outer deities, cosmos. Wait, no, that's different. The primordial one had awoken in my body. Upon hearing the tantra, Klein pupils dilated. For some reason, he felt his fear stand on the end of the back turn cold. It was very close to his guess, but it was even more terrifying. At this moment, the shadows around him thickened and became more and more sinister and gloomy, as if it was giving birth to some terrifying, unknown, redoubled danger. Although Derek, Colin, Iliad, Derek, and Livia didn't understand the meaning of Dark Angel Cecire's words too well, they were still affected by the sinister and harrowing words. It left them shuddering in fear as they trembled. Who is the primordial one? The primordial one had awoken in my body. These words echoed in the air for a long time. Well, like, what does the primordial one reference? Can we get ready to go overtime with explanations, please? Guys, I'm gonna need you guys to take out the textbook. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna pretend I know what's going to happen towards the end. I'm gonna need you to start the explanations going. Just start getting them ready. Just copy and paste it when I ask the questions. All right. Oh man, I'm gonna need to know what happened at the end. Who was that at the end? Why he did that at the end? Or I'm doing like early questions. You know. Oh man, I'm giving you guys early questions already. Who did it? Why he do it? What's going on? What the fuck did I read? Those are gonna be the questions I'll be asking at the end. The spoilers. Oh shit. All right, let's keep reading. Primordial one refers to the oldest one. Did you understand who Sasir is? Hold up. Let me keep reading. Oh wait, we deleted the message. Wait, hold up. So I won't read chat just in case in case there's something I shouldn't be reading. Chapter 1261 is called "No One Is an Exception." After all, Klein asks, the primordial one is the one who created the world, transforming. Oh wait, the OG. Oh. The primordial one is the one who created this world. Like the OG primordial? Oh, yeah, the primordial got like the original. Transforming his body into everything. To be frank, Klein subconsciously wanted to ask if the entity referred to the primordial demoness. However, his thought, he eliminated this answer. Firstly, because the primordial demoness didn't have the necessary level to strike fear into the ancient sun god, the city of Silver's creator. Even the Evernight goddess couldn't do so. Secondly, after the dark angel entered his slumber, this evil goddess was born only in the fourth epoch, which had been influenced by the second blasphemy slate. So Sir likely didn't know of her, and even if he knew her, using his omniscient capabilities, he wouldn't specifically mention a Sequence Zero who hadn't been involved in the third epoch. Music hit perfect spot. Behind his thick and sinister shadows, the brass eyes flash in unison. The universe. What do you mean? Upon hearing the ethereal voice, Klein was a little perplexed. He felt the Dark Angel Sasir hadn't answered his question, but very quickly he roughly understood what the other party meant. The primordial chaos created not this world, but the entire universe? So the primordial one refers to the original creator, the oldest one. Klein turned his body to the side and swept a glance at the three demigods to the city of Silver, calling it Iliad, Derek, and Livia. He realized that they had looks of puzzlement and confusion on their face. They were frowning and contemplating over the meaning behind the conversation. And the history of the city of Silver, the creator who had the ancient sun god was equivalent to the original creator, the oldest one. He was the supreme existence who had awoken after eons of slumber. Upon creating the world, he then stripped the authorities of the ancient gods and retrieved them. Music change. Klein's gaze subconsciously shifted upwards. Okay, I got it. Of course, in a sense, this wasn't wrong, and it was just that the original creator's method of awakening was different from what the City of Silver residents had imagined. The universe. Klein thought for a moment and asked, the primordial one awakened in your body because you gained control of Chaos C. Then what would happen to him in the future, considering how he had gained initial control of Sephara Castle? Those brass eyes stared at him for a few seconds before saying, this isn't the only reason. The higher the sequence, the closer the one is to the primordial one. Therefore, every pathway's kings of angels and sequence zeros might have the original creator, the oldest one, awaken in them. So, like, potentially Klein, when he hits sequence zero, there's a potential for the oldest one awakening in them. When Klein heard that, he tensed up and his heart sank. He then thought of another matter. The higher the sequence, the easier it was to be corrupted by the things understood. Combined with the fact that the Chaos Sea was underground, could it be possible that the higher sequence, the easier it would be influenced by the Chaos Sea, resulting in the original creator awakening in one's body? Stop at sequence 8, bro. I'm good. It's like, I'm chill right there. In one's body, the hitting that the Dragon of Imagination Ankelwelt sealed in the City of Miracles in Grizel's travels wasn't the underground corruption, but the Oh, that's what that was? Ankelwelt sealed the awakening of the original so like Ankelwelt was turning into the original creator? Like it was starting to awakening and he sealed that? Wow, what the fuck? Of course, this is the most powerful and terrifying form of corruption, and the part of his body Klein thought of various possibilities and came up with all kinds of speculations. In the end, he remembered the warning Captain Dunsmith said before he embarked on his Beyonder path. We are... Oh, I'm about to cry. Shut up. Done. Stop it. My man, just stop. At that moment... Oh, wait. I was about to skip it. We are guardians, but also a bunch of miserable wretches that are constantly fighting against the threats of madness. At that moment, Klein gained a deep understanding of the phrase from another angle. Phew, he secretly exhaled and sighed inwardly. The Beyonder characteristic is both a gift and a curse. He gathered his thoughts and smiled. Will one be corrupted from just learning about these matters? No, the brass eyes looked at Colin, Iliad, and the others and said, it just means that the chances of the primordial one awakening in your body is higher. It's not good. They changed that line in the Dunkwa, bro. They did? Wait, which line? Which line? Which line? When he heard that, he was shocked. On the other hand, he was glad the City of Silver's chief and little son didn't know much about such matters and hadn't made any connections. After all, the phrase higher the sequence, the closer the one is to the primordial one, didn't bring about any corruption. On the other hand, he felt a deep sense of pity for him. This was because he knew too much about mysticism. Now, with all the chain together, he had no idea what kind of negative changes might happen to him once he left the Giant King's court. It's not going to be good. An ancient god's kingdom. Furthermore, this didn't look like something that could be resolved by sealing his memories. After all, the Beyonder characteristic had already fused with his body and spirit. Consider the method employed by the Dragon Imagination. Actually, I don't need to worry too much. Amon and his brother definitely knows about this, and nothing has happened to them yet. As long as I don't approach KLC as a sequence 3, I don't need to worry about such problems. It would be the same even if I were to advance the sequence 2. After some thought, Klein gave up the intention to delve deeper into the matter. He curled the corners of his lips and diverted the topic to the mystery of the ancient sun gods perishing. Therefore, under the tacit agreement, you worked with the Evernight Goddess and established the Rose Redemption Therefore, under your tacit agreement, you worked with the Evernight Goddess and established the Rose Redemption, preparing to assassinate yourself. By reviving and escaping the Primordial One, you will truly gain control of KLC. Oh, so you don't awaken as the Primordial One, you come back and you still get the KLC. You will truly gain control of the KLC and the corresponding 5 Beyonder pathways. Tacit. To sit. On the other eerie, shadowy curtains, they seem to be some human emotions in those brass eyes. That's right. Sorry. Not long after I walked out of the KLC, I realized this problem. I deliberately split a portion of my persona, fusing the authorities of degeneration with the Hangman Pathways Beyonder characteristics, creating another me, the true creator. Its purpose was to control KLC and to isolate it from my true body to prevent any contamination and corruption. Just like in Volume 3, when the dude, split himself and he had, his good and evil persona. But in the end, the Primordial One still awoke in my body. Sasrir. Well, wouldn't he... Didn't... Wait, no. Wait, I'm mixing... Matt, there are so many names in this series. I'm mixing shit up. The Dark Angel is essentially the ancient sun god's fire... Use a firewall. The second self is ancient sun god is Sasir. Got it. The second self of ancient sun god is Sasir. Sorry, dude, there are so many names. True Creator appeared... Oh my god, you see. True Creator appeared after ancient sun god died. The names get me a little confused sometimes. Damn, that's crazy. The Dark Angel is essentially the ancient sun god's firewall. The Hanged Man pathway refers to the secret supplement pathway. Back then, Dark Angel must have been really powerful. He actually had partial control of KLC. As expected of the Kings of Angels, as Klein said, he recalled the ancient sun god and had failed to prevent the original creator, the oldest one, from awakening in his body despite working so hard. He also felt a sense of horror, not daring to imagine what the future held. That's why I convened Leodero Acusis, Hera Bergen, Medici, and Ouroboros, inviting the various deities and the Kings of Angels with Amnesis to establish the Rose Redemption. The voice left behind by Dark Angel Sincere echoed hoarsely. It's no wonder it's called Redemption. It's no wonder Kings of Angels like Medici and Ouroboros, who are completely loyal to the ancient sun god, would participate as well. Klein couldn't help but smile. Why didn't you invite Amon and his brother? Why? In theory, they should be they should be on Dark Angel side, and they're not. Their births were a result of my hard work to resist the primordial one. I was worried that inviting them would bring about an accident. The brass-colored eyes then cast their gazes back onto Klein. The secrets left behind by the 3 demigods of the City of Silver in a daze, even the chief of the 6-member council, who had read quite a number of ancient documents, had emotional upheavals despite all his knowledge and rich experience. Such that's the case, I knew that the ancient sun god wouldn't have children for no reason. It wasn't easy for Klein to control his virtual persona from voicing the thought out loud. Before he could ask a question, the spirit left behind... Oh shit! I thought I locked my thing. Before he could ask another question, the spirit left behind, Dark Angel Seer, seemed to sink into his memories as he continued. After I finished preparing everything, I entered this place and sealed off the palace. I returned to my body through my slumber and strengthening my consciousness. I formed a balance with the primordial one, creating an opportunity for Amnesis and the others. Ultimately, they successfully killed me. According to my original plan, I would have been revived in the Giant King's core. I would accommodate the corresponding uniquenesses and beyond characteristics via the correct method, but Leodero, Augustus, and Herabergen betrayed me and ate my body. I could only rush to fuse with my extreme emotions before dying, in which I was reborn within the corpse. I then... Oh, shit, the mural. I then took away the beyond characteristics of the Hanged Man pathway and the authority of degeneration. It's similar to what I imagined the Lords of Storms, the Eternal Blazing Sun, and the God of Knowledge and Wisdom eventually committed a betrayal. It's no wonder that Mad Hermit fairy tale magic was effective. With a sudden realization, Klein felt that most of the fog in the history of the Third Epoch had been cleared. Of course, this was just his belief, nothing real. This is because he had no way of making contact with the fog of history. After sighing, he suddenly thought of a question. Since Dark Angel Sasir had returned to the ancient sun god and had evolved into the true creator with his original body, then who's the one sleeping on the iron black throne now? Why did the true creator force me to enter the Giant King's residence to meet Sasir? As his thoughts raced, he cast his... I don't even know what to think. As his thoughts raced, he cast his gaze back to the Iron Black Throne, carefully inspecting Dark Angel Sasir's condition. The layers of illusion, black wings that... Oh, shit. Oh, no shit. Yeah, duh. He has black wings covering him. The layers of illusory black wings that covered more than half of Sasir's body gently rose and fell, revealing a layer of grayish-white. It was located on the Black Throne, hidden on the right Dark Angel, giving off an extremely ancient feeling. Klein's eyes focused his eyes as he stared at it intently. He quickly confirmed the grayish white came from a strange stone. Oh my god, it's a blasphemy slate. Klein subconsciously shifted upwards to meet a pair a music change. Okay. Klein's eyes focused as his eyes stared at it intently. He quickly confirmed that the grayish white came from a strange stone. It's the blasphemy slate. Its surface was molded with the ravages of time, and it was engraved with words that he had never learned before they could understand at a glance. It's a second blasphemy slate. These words seem to be the source of all languages. Oh wait, no, but not limited to Jotun Hermes, ancient Phasic, and the southern continent Dutanese. Sequence 3, Demon Hunter Arcana. Sequence 2, Masters. Sequence 1, Light of Darkness. What the fuck is Sequence 0 called? Sequence 0, Paragon? A small amount of information flashed in Klein's mind as he suddenly had a oh shit, it is a blasphemy slate. Yeah, oh, he's getting all the knowledge of it. Yeah, a small amount of information flashed through in Klein's mind as he suddenly had a realization. Blasphemy. Oh, what the fuck is the first one? Blasphemy. Who was born from it? Oh, right here. The first blasphemy slate. The first blasphemy slate that was born in the Chaos Sea. And that's where it was all covered in like black oil in Chernobyl. Right? Right? Blasphemy slate was within the Chaos Sea and they found that under Chernobyl. Dude, I'm going crazy. This universe is so in depth, bro. I have never read anything like this. It's like, it's so hard to keep up, dude. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, for you, this shit is probably easy for you guys now because you've already read this. You already know. It's so hard for me to wrap my head around all this shit. The first blasphemy slate that was born in the Chaos Sea, and this was very likely a key item to the Dark Angel used to control parts of the Chaos Sea. Just as this thought surfaced in his mind, Klein suddenly felt the surroundings to become unusually quiet. Oh shit, that's not good. The brass eyes that were hidden on the surface of the shadowy curtains seemed to disappear. Klein's gaze subconsciously shifted upwards. To meet a pair of eyes hidden in the shadows. Music change. Don't want to read the rest yet. You said music change, right? Damn, I'm good. Thank you. I caught that really quickly. What is this song? Is this Bungo Stray Dogs? The cover looks like Bungo Stray Dogs. They look good. Dark. Oh, shit, this is good music. No longer easy geeky, now hard geeky. The Dark Angel Sasiri who was sleeping on the Black Throne. Oh shit, he woke up. The Dark Angel Sasiri who was sleeping on the Black Throne opened his eyes. With a boom, Is she dead? With a boom, older Lovia's body collapsed, turning into a huge shadow. Behind the shadow, there was a pair of blank but painful eyes. Lovia for real this time? No shot. So, with a boom, older Lovia's body collapsed, turning into a huge shadow. And behind the shadow, there was a pair of blank but painful eyes. Bro, no way it's fucking GG. The truth behind the enemy. Let's get reading, dude. This is good, man. This is fucking good series. I fucking love Lord of the Mysteries. I fucking love Lord of the Mysteries. I fucking love LOTM. I fucking love LOM. I love it, man. This shit is like fucking crack, man. Once you get a whiff, it's hard to put down. It's just fucking hard to put down once you get into it. Whew. Oh, man. Chapter 1262. The truth behind the enemy. The truth behind the enemy. When he realized that Dark Angel Sasiri had woken up, Klein only felt his heart tighten and was on full alert. He didn't feel any fear or an anxiety. Cap, he has to be shitting himself. After all, he had already confirmed that the real Dark Angel had returned to the ancient sun god's body. After being betrayed by the existences such as the Lord of Storms, the eternal blazing sun, and the god of knowledge and wisdom, he had focused his negative and extreme emotions on his corpse where he was reborn. Turning into the true creator, he didn't return here, so whatever was left was just a culmination of his psyche and will. Furthermore, he had just communicated with the remnant psyche of Dark Angel Sasir rather normally. He didn't sense any obvious animosity. Furthermore, I just read this. However, with the City of Silver 6-member council, Elder Lovia losing control without any means to resist the moment she opened her eyes, turning into a flowing shadow and eyes hidden behind the shadowy curtain, Klein couldn't help but widen his pupils as he curled the corners of his lips. A strong sense of fear and despair surged through him. It was as though he was watching himself fall into an abyss without any life-saving throw to clutch at it. Just waking up from his slumber and not using any beyond her powers or revealing his mythical creature form was enough to make a Sequence 4 demigod of the same pathway lose control on the spot. This was a testimony to how powerful and terrifying his level was. At that moment, all that remained in Klein's minds were the titles he had previously mentioned. The left hand of gods, the deputy of heaven, the king of kings of angels. It wasn't as if Klein had never dealt with the kings of angels before. On the contrary, he had frightened Red Angel Medici and made a deal with the angel of imagination Adam. He had obtained the key to enter the palace from the wisdom angel Hera Bergen and had gleamed potion formulas from the white angel Cusses. He had managed to crack the angel of fate Ouroboros' cycle of fate in front of wait, I'm getting lost. Let me read this slow. He had managed to crack the angel of fate Ouroboros' cycles of fate in front of him and had pitted his brains against the angel of Timamon. He possibly was well deserving of the title as the person who had crossed the most paths with the kings of angels for those below Sequence 0. This is all what he saw already? This is all what he saw. Okay. However, in these interactions, he had never fought with the kings of angels most of the time. He either relied on the powers of Fairy Castle to instantly escape or cut off contact with them. He had never faced the kings of angels and he's fighting the left hand of God, bro. He never fought one. Oh, he's gonna fight today. He had never faced the kings of angels or deities in the true senses of the words. The only exception was a time when he had caught the angel of Timamon and had exchanged blows with him several times in the span of a few days. However, at times, it was mainly a battle of wits, not a physical battle. Oh, this one's going to be physical. The angel of Timamon had mostly shown the characteristics of a god of trickery. He didn't fully reveal the level of strength of a Kings of Angel. It was only at the final moment that he revealed it, but the Evernight Goddess had used the Giant King's son to stop him, preventing him from directly harming or influencing him. Even so, whenever Klein encountered the Angel of Time on the way, he would easily finish off the strongest helpers that Klein could summon. It was something that Klein couldn't replicate up to now, it exceeded his peak strength. After all, he wanted to summon the historical projection of Zaratul. He would be... Dude, Zaratul ain't gonna be able to do shit at this point. What the fuck is he gonna do? He would be in danger, and at that moment in time, Klein, calling Iliad, and the sun were facing the kings of angels, the maliceful deputy of heaven. He was the left hand of God. What a badass title. He was the left hand of God that instantly caused a sequence for demigod to collapse and lose control. What are they gonna do against this? How could such an enemy with such a level and strength not make them reel in despair? Oh, shit. For a moment, Klein wanted to give up on Derek and Chief... He wanted to give up on them? Klein wanted to give up on Derek and the Chief of the City of Silver, returning to the world... No, you don't leave fucking Derek. You take that back. Returning to the world above the Great Fog for the fog with a single thought using Sephiric Castle summoning. By relying on the last miracle and deceit bullets, he could revive outside the... You know, shot we leave him. As his thoughts raced, he raised the Staff of Stars in his hand. At this moment, the shadows that Lovia had broken down in her loss of control stopped flowing. It let out a low voice that was filled with pain but not crazy. He isn't that strong. As she spoke, the curtain-like shadow split apart, revealing what was hidden behind it. It was a lump of squirming flesh that was nearly 6 feet tall? 2 meters? What is a meter? It was a lump of squirming flesh that was nearly 2 meters tall. At the top of there was a pair of pale gray eyes that seemed to be looking down upon the entire world. There were eyes that had remains of rationality left in them. It was part of the lump flesh were arms, thighs, and calves that were covered in skin, but sticky together. They either held up the body or crowded towards the chest in layers, tightly hugging a huge milky white human skull. The shadowy curtain fell again, covering the lumps of flesh, turning into her cape. Then a phantom about 5 to 6 meters tall appeared in front of Lovia. 6, 12, 15 feet tall. No, wait. 18 feet tall? Yeah, 18 feet tall. 15 to 18 fall. 15 to 18 feet tall. Then a phantom about 5 to 6 meters tall appeared in front of Livia. This was a silver knight that she had grazed. She could still control herself. Oh, she could still control herself and attack Dark Angel Sasir. Upon seeing the scene, when Klein and Colleen Iliad heard what Livia had said, they quickly understood what she had meant without needing any further explanation from her. Dark Angel Sasir didn't possess the strength he appeared to possess. He only used the authority of degeneration and so that's what she meant. And his influence over relatively lower sequences as a high sequence beyonder of the same pathway to make Livia's body degenerate. Higher sequences influence lower sequences. Got it. I see how that worked. Betray and break down the spot. As for her own spirit, she still remained consciousness and rational. She could still control her own strength to a certain extent. Of course, with the loss of control of her body, large amounts of corruption would corrode her spirit. It wouldn't take long for her to completely go mad. This could be subverted if she could quickly resolve the battle in time and think of a way to turn her into an evil spirit surviving in another form. Oh, another way of living. With this knowledge, combined with seeing the first blasphemy slate and his own guesses, Klein had a preliminary understanding of the enemy he was facing. He was a product of the psyche, will, and the aura left behind by the Dark Angel, as well as the Chaos Sea's powers, which were brought about by the first blasphemy slate. Perhaps there is a bit of the awakening consciousness of the primordial one and the other, in other words. Oh, the original creator, there was a small amount of it, a consciousness that was crazy filled with evil thoughts. I'm sorry, please, is there artwork on this? I gotta look at this shit now. I can't wait until the end. Is there at least artwork on what he looks like? This was equivalent to a different type of evil spirit. It was unknown if it was considered a complete angelic evil spirit. And this could be the reason why his high-level existence, like the true creator, the god of knowledge and wisdom, Amon's brother, didn't personally enter the Giant King's court. Yes? What is a meter? Easy American Geeky. And this could only be the reason why the level of existence, like the true creator and the god of knowledge and wisdom, Amon's brother, didn't personally enter the Giant King's palace. Once they approached the primordial one in the Chaos Sea, it was more dangerous for them than the higher their sequences were. Okay, so the higher it is, the more dangerous it is. So that's wait, like, we're not touching that. Back then, Amon, an entity akin to an error, had used his avatar to lay an ambush in Chernobyl, but he hadn't dared to actually enter the Chaos Sea. Oh, because of the primordial one. All he did was climb down to the cliff and hide near Chaos Sea, pretending that he had climbed out from it. Otherwise, it could be very well affect his true body. As for low sequence beyonders, they were unable to resist the surging release from the opening of the door of the Giant King's residence, corrupting that had accumulated over 2,000 years. Even those high-level existences had carefully chosen a suitable sequence 3 or a sequence 4 demigod to indirectly help them defeat the influences brought about by the corruption and enter the resting grounds hidden in the shadows. Without the Sephiroth's castle, I got a burp. Without the Sephiroth's aura to resist the negative effects of the leaking powers of the Chaos Sea, they wouldn't be able to truly approach the figure left behind by the Dark Angel Sasir and obtain the first Blasphemy Slate. Therefore, the true creator had tolerated Klein's numerous times, only finding an opportunity to corrupt him and force him to meet Dark Angel Sasir. This was because he was the only viable candidate. By the same time, the God of Knowledge and Wisdom, Herabrigan, the Angel Imagination Adam, and the other deities and kings of angels who had an interest in this matter had more or less made some agreements for Klein, blessing him to a certain extent, pushing him to where he was now. Without any hesitation, Klein outlined an image in his mind through the staff of stars as he raced. Calling Iliad took a step forward and bent down. The City of Silver's chief body swelled up rapidly, once again revealing an incomplete mythical creature form. He became a 5 to 6 meter tall silver knight covered in silver armor, holding a pair of gigantified swords of dawns. Derek was slightly slower than the two experienced demigods. He quickly spread his arms as though he was hugging the void in front of him. At that moment, two black flames ignited in the eyes of the awakening Dark Angel Sasir. He who shared the height of a giant immediately pressed down on the armrest by lowering his arms, slowly getting to his feet. The gorgeous accessories on his body hung down one after another as layer after layer of black wings spread open on his back. This is so fucking angelic, bro. During this process, the shadow cape on the lump of the squirming flesh Lovia came alive. Ugh. It suddenly tightened, fixing her firmly in place. At the same time, Dark Angel Sasir had silver threads wrapped around him. In front of the black robe with mysterious patterns, silver bolts of lightning appeared out of thin air. They sizzled and interweaved with each other in a thunderous manner. They rapidly extended forward, transforming into a resplendent lightning sea that attempted to drown the entire shadowy palace. Gong. An illusory chime sounded from a distant history as the melodious sounds echoed in the Shadows Palace. An ancient modeled wall clock appeared in front of Klein. A clock. Its face was separated into 12 different segments by great... Whoa, Amon? Wait, what's going on here? What's with the clock? Each segment had different mysterious and asymmetrical symbols. The three, or is he using historical void? The three figures, which seemed to be from the worms of time of different lengths, began to thick lightning. When the chime rang again, the lightning sea that was rapidly spreading into the shadow places clearly froze. Klein had successfully used he had successfully used the staff of the stars to reproduce the angel of time's monsters beyond their powers. Got it. And the effects were much better than his previous attempts. This made him suspect if he had obtained the approval of the God of Deceit and even attained the blessings for him to a certain extent. Okay, it wasn't true that merely simulating Amon's beyond her powers would gain his notice, and that the Kings of Angels was almost equivalent to the Marauder Pathways uniqueness. He was a ruler of the corresponding domain, and he was a wielder of the corresponding authority. He could make a certain level of adjustment to participate in powers in advance, enhancing or deleting them. From the looks of it, if Amon had appeared to be looking forward and seeing that Klein enter the Giant King's residence to meet Dark Angel Sasir, therefore he had adjusted some of his own domain beyond her powers in advance and lowered some of the authority in a certain aspect. Whoa. Allowing simple replications to achieve a better effect. While the lightning sea had come to a halt, the Silver Knight soul that Lovia controlled and Kale Iliad simultaneously stabbed their swords into the ground, creating creating two invisible barriers. As for Klein, his figure faded and he disappeared. Send art of the fight on Discord. I'll look at it right now. As for Klein, his figure faded and where the fuck did he go? And he disappeared? The Final Watch. Oh, what is this? Game of Thrones? The Final Watch? Wait, what's going on here? Hold up. Timestamp. Where the fuck are my timestamps? One. I'm back. Oh, my back. I did not picture it like that. What the fuck is this? Wait, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? God damn. Oh, look at fucking Derek throwing the sphere. Spear. Wow. Look at the staff. This is Staff of Stars? Is this the blobs of Elder Lovia? Like all the what the fuck is this? Oh, this is the giant. Oh, okay, this is the one she's controlling. Wow. This is so good, dude. Bro, I don't know how we animate this. Oh shit, that's it. Oh, I'm pointing to it. You can't even see my finger. Oh shit, that's what he just did. That's the abilities of Amani. Yeah, that's a clock tower. Oh my god. Damn. Oh, this is Colin? Wait, this is Colin? Oh shit, yes. Colin Iliad is in his 12-foot form. He's in his giant form. My bad, sorry. Colin Iliad is in his... Jesus Christ, he is fucking cute. What is he gonna do? What the fuck? How do they fight this? Very reminiscent of the game concept art. How do they fight this? I mean, I get they're fighting him, but like, dude, this bitch is like, he's just like this. He's like, you know, like Dio from JoJo? He's just waiting. Colin Iliad, catch these hands, motherfucker. Jesus, dude, that is crazy. God damn, this is like the greatest piece of fan art I've ever witnessed in my life. Oh, those are the eyes that were looking into the darkness. Yeah, those were the lights. Oh, and this is like behind the curtain veil. Is that what that is? Jesus Christ, bro, what is... Oh, wait, you guys can't even see. I switched out the artwork. Wow, this is definitely the greatest fan art from... Dude, this is hands down the best piece of artwork I've ever looked at. I'm not saying all the other ones are bad, right? But this is just hands down, like, top 3, like, factually. Wow. All right, let's keep doing it. That got me even more hyped up. I'll be honest, me looking at that is helping me visualize the fight a lot more. Wow. All right, chapter, dude, I gotta fan myself down. Truly witnessing greatness. Chapter 1263 is called The Final Watch. After a short pause, a brilliant silvery white glow continued to stretch out in front of them, completely drowning out the invisible barriers that shielded Colin Iliad, Derek Burge, and Livia. The barrier blocked the silver snaking. Lightning began to violently tremble. A crack that resembled tree branches appeared. As for how long the barrier could last in the lightning storm, that remained the question. At this moment, behind Dark Angel Sincere, there was an area that wasn't covered by the forest of lightning. Klein's figure in his black trench coat and silky top hat appeared. Music changed again. A look of madness appeared in her eyes. Got it. A look of madness appeared. He was like a precise and cold machine. Without any hesitation, he aimed the Staff of Stars at the side of the special evil spirit, quickly outlining all sorts of information related to the Beyonder powers in his mind. He had previously performed tests. He couldn't wander too far with the Staff of Stars within the giant king's court, so he could only use blink in a tiny vicinity. Therefore, he gave up the idea of directly sending Dark Angel Sincere out of the giant king's court and seizing the opportunity to take the first blasphemy slate and leaving by opening the door. As the various gems of Staff of Stars lit up, Sincere's eyes, which burned with pitch black flames, suddenly closed. He had been forcibly dragged into a... Fucking Klein was able to drag him into a dream? Wow. We're not showing the chapters on stream. We're not showing anything on stream. And usually there's copyright claims where like if a song like, oh, it's like, oh, we take all the ad revenue, but then there's like a copyright strike. There's different. Usually there's always copyrights, but it's not a strike. He has forcibly been dragged into a dream by Klein. This was a Beyonder power belonging to the Evernight Pathway Sequence 7, but one that Klein replicated had belonged to the version which the Evernight Cloisters Metreon, the Severin of Concealment, Ariana, had used. The Beyonder powers of the pulling stems into a dream performing at the angel level. In the hazy dream world, Dark Angel Sincere wore a black robe with complicated symbols embroidered with silver threads and adorned with accessories. He had appeared in a desolate moor. His eyes remained icy cold, unlike the dull and lifeless eyes of most Beyonders when they were in dreams. The spectator pathway also belonged to the Chaos Sea pathway, and its sequence 5 and sequence 3 were Dreamwalker and Dreamweaver respectively. Oh man, this is kind of scary. I am scared for Audrey. The spectator pathway also belonged to the Chaos Sea. I am scared for her. Moments later, Sasir's pupils turned golden and vertical. His giant figure faded away as a layer of abnormally thick shadows appeared in front of him. This shadow completely blocked Sasir, making it possible to vaguely make out a pair of eyes hidden behind the curtain. And the blink of an eye, the curtains parted, revealing an indescribable color, like a sea that seemed to contain all secrets. Boom. When Klein then conjured the dream, saw this scene, his mind erupted with thoughts before he could analyze the details. It was as though his brain was at a boiling pot of wheat porridge. The corners of his mouth curled up instinctively as most of the virtual persona disintegrated. He nearly let out a tragic cry as transparent maggots under his left cheek began to drill out one by one. The meat tendrils on his right face grew more and more obvious, becoming thinner and thinner, approaching that of Worm's spirit. The forcefully induced dream disintegrated and Dark Angel Sasir's consciousness returned to the real world. However, at that moment, when the special evil spirit fell into a deep slumber, the sea of lightning faded away. The three demigods of the City of Silver struck back at the same time, calling Iliad straight into his body and struck out with the swords of dawn in his right hand, causing the silvery white light to blink to Sasir's body. As Lovia resisted the restraining of the shadow cloak, she got the Silver Knight evil spirit to be grazed, who swung its greatsword upwards from below, bringing with it a terrifying storm formed from blobs of light. There it condensed a dazzling white unshadowed sphere, thrusting it at the Dark Angel as it left a crackling sound in its wake. This is so good. At this moment, Sasir's figure emitted indefinite pure light, as though he had suddenly become a sun that descended into reality. Oh man. Oh shit. Ah, so good. Well, since it's technically a reaction, it's okay. Yeah, like, I assume if you're just, like, narrating it, like, I assume if you're just reading it for the sake of uploading it as an audiobook, I assume that's copyright. That sounds copyrighted. If you're just uploading it as a audiobook, or, like, say, like, you're literally using a text-to-speech to upload it as a audiobook, I assume that's easily copyrighted. But as long as it's a reaction, but it's like rather than like a manga reaction with pictures, it's like our reading reaction. And we're good. Almost 1,300 chapters in. And since we're also not showing the chapters on stream, since we're also not showing this on stream, it's okay. Transform it just enough, yeah. Audiobooks and text-to-speech are much more likely to get struck. Yeah, the original spectator, the chief, the highest of highest authority, that dude. He listens to a lot of audiobooks on YouTube, and they usually get taken down, like all the text-to-speech shit, because they just get copy strike. Well, Easy is the ghostwriter of the LTM. He can read it. Thanks, brother. You know I'm the ghostwriter. I'm so good at ghostwriting, I don't even know what I write half the time. Like, I can't even understand what I write. Now, let me find my place. Suddenly, Sasir's eyes closed once again. Behind his back, with the storms of spirit constantly vanishing on Klein's body, he stubbornly endured the scorching sun, heat, and pointed to the staff of stars at the evil spirit. The embodiment of the kings of angels, the beyonder powers that he had replicated once again, had forcibly pulled Dark Angel Sasir into a dream. However, unlike before, the moment Klein entered the dreamscape, he immediately released his Sephiric Castle aura, transforming his body into a strange door of light that was tainted with some bluish-black colors. The door of light was made up of countless layers of illusory spherical light. Even the spherical light was deep down as a transparent and translucent cluster of twisted maggots. Yeah. Just like him, Dark Angel Sasir revealed his traits of the Chaos Sea. First, he turned into a thick and sinister shadows. Then he pulled open the curtain, allowing the sea that contained all colors as something the human language couldn't describe to appear in the dream. Silently, Sasir and Klein opened their eyes at the same time and raised their bodies slightly across each other. One of them was covered in a faint shadow, while the other's expressions were twisted and ferocious. Many worms of spirit crawled across the surfaces of his body. Klein's virtual persona completely shattered. Seizing the opportunity while Sasir was affected, Lovia, who had the shadow cloak draped over her, blinked her pale gray eyes. She used the 2-meter tall, squirming flesh to extend those skinless legs, which were which were flowing with bright red liquid, stepped onto the ground at the same time. With the help of the rolling winds, they pounced towards the Dark Angel. Actual oral battle? Fuck. A look of madness appeared in her eyes. I caught it, Cammy. I caught it. Damn, man, you are, man, you're putting in overtime today, Cammy. I am sorry. I got you in overtime today. I am so sorry. You're making me play Fire Emblem music? Bro, come on, man. I fucking love Fire Emblem. Let's go. The apex of the world is one of the greatest Nintendo tracks ever. Oh, shit, it's Nintendo music. Oh, fuck. No, we're good. There's there's walkthroughs of this game. We're good. We're good. Oh, man. One of the greatest tracks ever. All right, man. One of the greatest Fire Emblem tracks ever. A look of madness appeared. I gotta calm down, man. All the music you're sending me is getting me hyped because of things I've played or watched. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. A look of madness. I gotta chill. A look of madness appeared in her eyes. It didn't appear like it would take long before her spirit body suffered complete corruption, pushing her towards losing control. However, at this moment, Luvia's eyes were filled with more rationality and determination. She knew what she was doing and knew that her current state and her subsequent end. Amidst the howling winds, her collapsed body, along with the shadow cloak, landed on the Dark Angel Sasir's body. The squirming flesh and blood intruded as the thick shadows rapidly expanded and the binding two figures together. Without waiting for Luvia to speak, Colin Iliad had. Song is so good. Fucking, I fingers crossed the Nintendo Ninjas don't come over this stream. We gotta keep reading because if the music keeps playing, we're screwed. Without waiting for Luvia to speak, we gotta speak over the music. We can't just listen to it. Without waiting for Luvia to speak, Colin Iliad had already understood her intentions. He immediately roared in a low voice, "Attack!" Boom. His two swords tore through the void at the same time, allowing the silver light to surge at Luvia and Dark Angel Sasir, who were embroiled with each other. Dude, I swear, if Colin fucking dies, I'm gonna get so mad. Upon hearing the chief's words, Derek bit his lips and spread open his arms halfway. The palace that was shrouded in the shadows suddenly lit up as huge balls of light filled with holy flames appeared out of thin air. They enveloped the Dark Angel and Luvia within, quickly melting them and igniting their flesh. Flaring sun. Amid the bright glow, Luvia Pale's gray eyes revealed the pain that she had actually felt. Her voice echoed in an ethereal voice. I have never betrayed this. Oh, man, no. Is it? Is it GG? I have never betrayed the city of Silver. Before she could finish her sentence, the flesh and the shadow cloak she used to envelop Dark Angel Sasir's body swelled up again. Boom. No. I just started to like her. I'm not going to cry for her. But damn, she was a good character. She was a good villain since Volume 2, man. She's like fucking fingers and shit. Fucking gross. But damn, I came to respect her. Luvia's collapsing body was sent flying before she fell to the ground. Oh man, I actually feel bad for her now. I have never betrayed the city of Silver. Oh man. Luvia's collapsing body was sent flying before she fell to the ground. Her shadow tore apart, turning into a thin illusory veil that slowly floated down. Dark Angel Sasir turned into a pitch black and sticky sea filled with the aura of degeneration. It swallowed the remaining silvery white light and flaring sun, reducing it to nothing. Bro. Oh, she was never a villain, just forced circumstances. Oh, man, I feel bad now. Oh, man, she was just misunderstood, bro. We should have just ate her fingers, man. We should have just ate the fingers all along, man. It wouldn't have been that bad. He immediately returned to his previous appearance, a giant dress in a gorgeous black robe with silver threads. However, the black wing on his back had thinned significantly. Oh shit, so we did damage. At the same time, his pupils turned vertical and turned golden. A violent but surreal wind surged around him and filled every corner of the Shadow Palace with all sorts of thoughts. Mind deprivation, that's not good. Derek, why you smile? I'm not, dude, this is like tears of joy. This is like this, like this is me smiling from like enjoyment of reading. Like, dude, when I cry, I smile. I cry live. You guys cry out? Easy. I thank you, Unknown. I smile with pain. You know how people laugh through pain? Sometimes I just smile and laugh as I'm crying. I got a fun story time next time after we finish the chapter. Derek recently considered an unshadowed sphere disappearing. He stood rooted to the ground in shock. Although Colin Iliad had a strong will, he suffered from the madness, cruelty, and bloodlust of an incomplete mythical creature form. All he could do was divert some attention to resist the influence so as to prevent himself from losing control. Just as Klein calmed down and allowed his worms of spirit to burrow back into his body, he suffered an intense fear brought about by mind deprivation. His body instantly convulsed, preventing him from using the Staff of the Stars. Lovia's body had already collapsed, and with her soul almost completely corrupted, she was in a worse of state. She rolled onto the ground, struggling, leaving behind blood-colored sticky liquid. Fuck, man. At this moment, Dark Angel Sasir raised his left hand, the golden colors in his eyes were replaced by two blazing white suns. God, of course, yes. Rays of holy flames fell down to one. The Light Seeker. Oh my God. It was an exact. Thank you, Sonny. Exactly. It was an exaggerated smile. You smile through the pain. Oh man. Her body, which had collapsed into a lump of flesh and blood, curled up. The skinless arms covered in bright red liquid wrapped the milky white, large human skull tightly in front of her chest and pressed it under her. Under the blazing sunlight, the holy flames burned. Lovia maintained this posture, not allowing herself to move, nor allowing the human skulls to be revealed and receive any damage. Another column of light shot down. Lovia's body couldn't help but bounce up, but she still huddled there, writhing. Finally, this lump of distorted, disgusting, squirmish flesh stopped moving and covered the surface of the human skull. It was dark, dull, and damaged. During the Dark Angel Sasir's act of murdering Lovia, Klein quickly recovered from the effects of mind deprivation by using his unique traits and this is like probably one of the best fights we've read. Or this is like hands down one of like the most like biblical angelic fights we've ever read. This is so fucking cool. He felt an uncontrollable sense of despair towards this battle. They had used all their strength, but they had only slightly injured the evil spirit. Bro, it sounds like Klein gotta go sequence 2. It sounds like we gotta go. Oh, Miracle Invoker, we can bring her back. We bring her back. During the Dark Angel Sasir's act of murdering Lovia, Klein quickly recovered from the effects of mind deprivation. By using his unique traits and past experiences, he felt an uncontrollable sense of despair towards this battle. They had used up all the strengths, but they had only slightly injured the evil spirit. Now that they had lost a demigod, the situation that followed would probably be even worse. What should I do? As Klein used creeping hunger to change his position, his thoughts raced in search of any possible weaknesses. It's instinctively an evil spirit. An evil spirit. Oh, wait, what can we do with that? Just as it uncharted crucifix? Can we use that on him? Just as his figure appeared elsewhere, he suddenly had an idea. He cast his gaze on the grayish-white stone slate. Oh, the blasphemy slate. On the grayish-white stone slate on the iron-black throne. Some evil spirits had beyond their characteristics, but most of them didn't. The source of their powers stemmed from other places such as the spirit world. Maybe the real light seeker was the easy that read along the way. Hey, that's a good one, username. Maybe the real light seeker was easy trying to find the light seeker all this time. The existence of evil spirits needed something to rely on. This might be the territory that he was born in, or perhaps something special. The common point was the evil spirit could use them to connect to the spiritual world or even the underworld to obtain the power to maintain their existence. And this evil spirit that originated from the Dark Angel Sasir might even be mixed with some of the will of the primordial where did his powers come from. This was the forsaken lands of the gods, and the connection with the spirit world was sealed. It was almost completely severed, making the powers difficult to be effectively utilized. Klein could teleport only by relying on the uniquenesses of the Divine Kingdom, or the Divine Kingdom's embryonic form. As for the Giant King's court, it was clearly unable to provide the powers of a spectator. The Sun, the Hangman, Reader, and Tyrant pathways, a trace of the Dark Angels formerly possessed, clearly belonging to the true creator at present, making it not present here. Therefore, whoa, well shit, we're already at the end of the chapter. Therefore, the answer to the source of the evil spirit's power was very simple: Chaos Sea. In the Shadow Palace, the only thing directly connected to the Chaos Sea was... Oh, no fucking way we destroyed the Blasphemy Slate. The only thing directly connected to the Chaos Sea was the Blasphemy Slate. When Klein cast his gaze at the iron black throne, he noticed the City of Silver's chief calling Iliad had also glanced over. No way we're going to destroy it. Is that what's going to happen? That sounds hype, dude. Oh, shit, it's such a good fight. Easy every time light is mentioned. Ooh, is that the light? Remember, let's there be light. Maybe the real light seekers. I'm telling you, we're going to find them. We're going to find the light seeker. Timestamp. 1:24, 41. Hold up, I took off my socks. Let me put my socks back on. I'm telling you, man. Oh, I'll save the story. Long story short, I saw the Violent Evergarden movie in theaters because I love Violent Evergarden. I saw the movie in theaters, right? And it was such an emotional movie. Me and the Chief, because we saw it together in theaters, we were the only two dudes that went. Everybody went with, like, it was like families and kids or like couples. We were the only two dudes that went to watch the movie, and like the movie was so sad. Like every time we cried, we were crying. We had people turn around in the theaters, just look at us like, why the fuck are they laughing at this sad scene? But then they see us crying and they're like, oh, and they turn around. But let's keep reading. That was my story. Quick story. See, Chief getting mentioned a lot of this stream. I know, right? I usually don't mention him, but it was just reminding me of that. Chapter 1264. Succeeding. There was no need for any communication. Just from this sudden locking of his eyes, Klein knew that Colin Iliad had the same thought as him. He didn't hesitate to flip the black staff embedded with many gems and point it at himself. And the next second, it was as if Klein's body was a sketch that had met an eraser. It was whipped away inch by inch as he quickly disappeared. This was the power of concealment, one that also came from the leader of the ascetics of the Church of Evernight, Ariana. This is such a good fight. Hey, I'm following the fight, man. You guys should be proud of me. I can follow this one. This is a pretty straightforward fight to follow. Maybe. I think this is a pretty good fight that I'm able to follow. As the power of concealment that was replicated by the Staff of Stars was definitely much weaker than the original version, okay? And the evil spirit's level was rather high. Klein didn't attempt to use it on Dark Angel Seer. Instead, he targeted himself. At the same time, he was concealed. Colin Iliad fused it with a faint light that illuminated everything in the Shadow Palace that had two swords of dawn. Around the Dark Angel Sasir, who was dressed in a silver-threaded black robe, silver beams of light lit up one after another. Colin struck the evil spirit from different angles, forming a tornado that swept upwards. During this process, the gigantified Colin Iliad didn't appear at all. Furthermore, he hid in the maliciousness intent, making it impossible for an enemy to determine where his next attack would come from. Derek Berg recovered from the shock and quickly condensed the bright white unshadowed spheres as he widely thrust them forward. Amidst the crackling sounds, the unshadowed sphere was either blocked by the black armor formed by the aura of the generation, or by the layers of silvery white spherical light. He failed to truly understand the Dark Angel Sasir, but it effectively affected his opponent's actions. Spear. I can see spear, but when I'm hyping reading, You are following. I'm following. I'm proud, dude. I'm proud of myself. But I am saying sphere instead of spear. I'm sorry. Dude, it's like I salivate when I'm reading. Like, people have the opposite effect, right? Like, where your mouth gets dry. No, my water just keeps getting watery, and I'm over here like slurring my words. It's so weird. While the two City Silver demigods were holding back the special evil spirit, Klein, who was in a concealed state, approached the iron black throne. In his concealed state, he saw the veiled scenes that were covered in the dark fog. He could only roughly tell where he was and what the surrounding objects were. He was unable to exert any influence on the outside world. If not for this, the moment he entered the concealed state, he could secretly control Sasir's spirit body threat. No fucking way we're gonna turn him into a marionette. Shut the fuck up. He could secretly control Sasir's spirit body threads. It would be a method impossible to fend against. After rapidly approaching the iron black throne, Klein ended up his concealed state, allowing his figure to instantly appear on the right of the target. Dude, I'm so into it. I'm like trying to hold on to my furniture, man. Bro, slow down. I know. No, I'm getting just too excited. I'm skipping words, man. Bro, I am not thirsting for Sasir. I'm thirsting for LOTM. Bro, making water become wet. Oh shit. It would be a method impossible to fend against. After rapidly approaching the iron black throne, Klein ended his concealed state, allowing his figure to instantly appear to the right of the target. Okay, following that, he aimed the Staff of the Stars at the grayish white ancient. I'm using this as the staff. He aimed the Staff of the Stars at the grayish white ancient stone slab, ignoring the content on it. Klein quickly outlined a very Ignoring the contents on it, Klein quickly outlined a very familiar Beyonder power in his mind. Boom. Silver bolts of lightning shot out with a strong destructive aura, striking the first blasphemy. The fact that we're hitting it. Striking the first blasphemy slate. This was the lightning storm powers from the Sea God Scepter. Boom. Amidst the silver light that illuminated the surrounding areas, an illusioning light that was almost invisible appeared between the first blasphemy slate and the Dark Angel Sasir. It was difficult to describe the exact color, but under the terrifying lightning's pandemonium, they evaporated and broke apart. Pure beams of light shot out from Sasir's body, leaving no darkness in the Shadow's palace. Nothing else could hide the unshadowed domain. The nearly 6-meter tall Colin Iliad and his silver armor, together with Klein layers of blazing halos, pushed him away into the distance. The attacks of Derek's unshadowed sphere and the flaring sun were also blocked by these corporeal halos. Right on the heels of that, Dark Angel Sasir's eyes were dyed with a brass sheen. In each of them, illusory. Oh my god, illusory. My god. River that shimmered with waves of light appeared, circling the first blasphemy slate and his figure. The river flowed upstream as the illusionary light that evaporated and severed appeared once again and connected to it. The damage that Klein had painstakingly inflicted was quickly returned to normal. The cycle of fate, wait, now I'm getting lost. The cycle of fate, the rebooting of all things. Sasir raised his left hand and condensed a deep black scepter. He then used his brass-like eyes to sweep across the demigods present. He said in a deep but magnificent voice, "I'm omniscient and also omnipotent." Damn, that's fucking badass. That's a hard-ass line. As his voice echoed in the air, both Klein and Colin Iliad didn't waver at all. This is such a cool fight, man. They either blinked or moved at high speeds, not giving the terrifying evil spirit a chance to lock onto them. They also attempted to... Dude, I'm getting goosebumps, man. I'm shaking. They also attempted to launch a new wave of attacks. However, Klein didn't dare. I don't know if you guys look at my eyes. My eyes are getting a little watery. This is so cool. It was reboot charm? Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. However, Klein didn't dare to forcibly pull the Dark Angel into a dream again, because if he was attacked by the aura and the power of chaos sea again, he might lose control immediately. Elsewhere, Derek covered his body with a layer of pure light, forming holy... My man has holy armor. I forgot about that. At that moment, a pitch black flame burned in Sasir's bright eyes. His voice turned evil and sinister, carrying a strong sense of degeneration. Blasphemer, die. Oh, wait. He called Klein Blasphemer? His voice turned evil and sinister, carrying a strong sense of degeneration. Blasphemer, die. Klein's body, heart, and soul suddenly sank. Oh shit, he called him Blasphemer? He felt as though he was about to die. His consciousness turned blurry and energy evaporated. His flesh began to withstand inch by inch. Wow, that's the first time they called him fucking Blasphemer. Dude, this is so fucking cool. My man is going up against the kings of all kings of angels. The actual left hand of God. Colin Iliad was slightly better than him. He only felt his body grow heavy as his life slipped away uncontrollably. The madness that came from his incomplete mythical creature form grew stronger. This is so hype. Derek, who's farthest from the Dark Angel Sasir, emitted bright bouts of sunlight, helping him quickly escape from his trance. He then opened his mouth. God says it's ineffective. God says it's ineffective. Oh, it doesn't work. The feeling of death instantly dissipated a little, allowing Klein and Colin Iliad to barely find themselves. Tap, tap, tap. The giant, like Colin Iliad, rushed towards the Dark Angel Sasir. Along the way, he kept changing his positions, dodging unstoppable, dark, sharp beams. In the blink of an eye, he had already closed in on the target. Dark Angel Sasir immediately pointed the pitch black scepter ahead, causing the... I said spear. It's a scepter. Scepter ahead, causing Colin Iliad's body to produce a shadow within the unshadowed domain. Wait, Colin Iliad's body to produce a shadow within the unshadowed domain. The shadow came alive as it followed the legs of the City of Silver, swallowing him. Oh shit, gong. It's a... Wait, gong. Wait. Episode 1, we heard the gong. Wait. Episode 1, where Klein gets like sucked in by the curtains, we hear gong. A distant bell sounded as though it had pierced through history. Klein was being pierced through history, right? Oh man, the music in this is so good, dude. Oh shit. Bro, that's there. It's different. Well, it's like it's reminiscent. I hear a gong, and then it's like there's all this shit going on, bro. It's like this is so good. This is so good, man. Oh my god, tear my eye. Calling Iliad's face under his visor. Wait, the blazing light exploded, dispersing the shadow like sun. Calling Iliad's face under his visor twisted, but he didn't hesitate at all. He jumped up, appearing right above the Dark Angel Sasir, and cleaved down with his two swords of dawn. Gong. We hear the bell again. Sasir seemed to see through Calling Iliad's intention. He raised the black scepter horizontally and blocked the other party's cleaving strike. Suddenly, Calling Iliad's body melted. He became sticky, heavy, and mercury, like the element, surging down like waves, instantly drowning Dark Angel Sasir. Wait, no! Calling Iliad's body melted. He became sticky, heavy, mercury, surging down. No, fuck you. Instantly drowning Dark Angel Sasir. If it was as if he was wearing a set of full body. So wait, what happened? Wait, he's not killed, right? No, it's not GG. No. Wearing a set of full body silver armor without any gaps in between, Calling wanted to suffocate the entity inside. Sasir's actions were immediately restricted. Taking this opportunity, Klein's figure suddenly turned transparent as he appeared beside the iron black throne. Teleportation. Then I thought we couldn't use teleportation with her inside. Then he raised the Staff of Stars and conjured a... Dude, this music is so good, man. Then he raised the Staff of Stars and conjured a certain beyond power. It was one of the core powers of the Mara pathway. Theft. Just as he had expected, the theft was carried out rather successfully. It was as though the current Sequence 2 angel Palazaraz had personally taken action. The light that connected the Dark Angel and the first blasphemy oh, what the fuck? He just stole that? The light that connected the Dark Angel and the light. Oh, Lightseeker. Oh, that's so cool. That's cool, man. That's pretty badass. The light that connected the Dark Angel and the first blasphemy slate separated from Sasir, shifting to Klein. Oh my god. At that instant, Klein's thoughts nearly exploded. The indescribable color and form appeared in front of him once again. It was abnormally illusionary, as though it was a sea containing all secrets. Just as he was about to lose control due to the aura and powers of the Chaos Sea, the part of his body that was... Oh shit, yeah, half his body is still changed, right? Part of his body that was corrupted by the true creator suddenly experienced a change. Again? Another change? They seemed to be attracted by a strong attractive force as they rapidly gathered together, and they began to take over and the nearly invisible light, making him stop at the edge of a probable cliff. Indeed, as Klein said, he tried his best to restrict his mind, and that had been inundated. He was temporarily unable to move. Bang, bang, bang. The silver armor covering Dark Angel Sasir's body began to crack into darkness. These beams of light that came from the coal of the spiritual flesh tore out, turning the mercury into tattered pieces of flying far away. The mercury is his body, right? Far away, with a loud snap, the mercury fell to the ground, regathering into the form of... Oh shit, we're good. Oh my god, he's back. With a loud snap, the mercury fell to the ground, regathering into the form of Kali. I thought he was dead, bro. These were the gaping holes in the chief body. Inside it were black... Wait. Gaping holes in Chief's body? Inside it was a black, frozen, decadent, and illusionary aura. No. At that moment, the illusionary layer, black wings of Sasir's back dimmed significantly. So he's almost down. His eyes had once again worn a brass sheen. A faint, flickering illusionary river appeared in them. Upon seeing this scene, Calling Iliad instinctively recalled what had happened. As these thoughts flashed through his mind, he relied on the intuition to charge out without hesitation, filled with great resolve. No, when there's great resolve, that's not good. Let's finish it. No, his body ignited. A transparent flame emitted the bright light of dawn. No. I'm not liking this, like, final hoorah. These beams of light came from his soul, his body, his bionic characteristics, and the two swords that he struck out merged together, turning into a raging... No, this is too badass, bro. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. No, this is too hype. He struck out, merging together, turning into a raging, violent storm that swept out. This is... Oh, no, he better not die. At this moment, Calling Iliad's eyes were filled... No! The light seeker! Calling Iliad was a light seeker! At this moment, Calling Iliad's eyes were filled with the light of dawn he created, and a towering figure dressed in a gorgeous black robe with illusionary black wings. Bearing the light, he charged towards the light Sasir. Oh, shit. The terrifying hurricane... Oh, dude, I'm fucking crying. Oh shit, I love this, man. A little too much, man. Hold up. The terrifying hurricane of light instantly enveloped the Dark Angel, tearing at his body. Oh no, he's not dead. No. He's not dead. No, I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I'm not crying because he's not dead, all right? Man the fuck up. You're a grown man. He's alive. He's chill, man. It made the evil spirit that had a... Wait, I skipped a sentence. The terrifying hurricane of light instantly enveloped the Dark Angel, tearing at his body, interrupting the beyond... I gotta find myself down. Interrupting the beyonder powers that he was about to use. It made the evil spirit that had lost the source of its power rapidly fade away amidst the... Wait, we killed him. Fade away amidst the fragments of light? When the light... Oh, man, I'm twitching. When the lights dissipated, holes appeared on Dark Angel Sasir's body. The layers of wings on his back were spread out, but he failed to borrow any strength. Calling Ayla immediately turned into sticky mercury, once again covering most of the evil spirit's body, restricting his movements. Oh, shit. Then the City of Silver shouted in a low voice to Derek Berg, just like he did when... No! Then the City of Silver Chief shouted in a low voice to Derek Berg, just like he did when he was facing Lovia. Attack? No! Don't attack! Get the fuck out of the way, dude! No, Warrior, fuck you. He's so dead. He is so... Wait, no. He is so dead. No, he better not fucking die. I like him. He has grown on me so much over the chapters. We can't afford to wait. Yeah, we can't afford to wait. We can't afford to wait. We gotta keep reading. We gotta keep reading, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wrong chapter. Oh, shit. Sick of the last chapter. Oh shit! Changes. Two music changes. All right, dude, man, you're putting in overtime today, Cammy. I apologize, and I know you said it's like the middle of the night for you. I'm sorry. In the Astroworld, or in the I'll just read that part. We're not reading the whole thing, just so I don't get spoiled. I mean, it's not really a spoiler. We're reading it. I assume it's safe. All right, but in the Astroworld, all right. Second to last chapter, dude. There's almost 50 of you guys here, dude. Holy shit, man. Thank you. All right, chapter 1065, Warrior. Oh man, you know what this reminds me of? You know when you know it. Come on, you seen Attack on Titan. You know when he says it, we're warriors. Oh, when Reiner's like a warrior. Oh man, warrior attack. Upon hearing the chief's words, Derek froze for a moment before instinctively spreading his arms. During this process, his vision blurred. No, his vision blurred because he's crying. His vision blurred as he let out an extremely repressed voice from the depths of his throat. A blob of light covered in homely flames descended out of thin air, devouring the figures of the Dark Angel Sasir. No! And Kali Iliad. Before the blast of light exploded, Derek pulled back his arms, forming a bright, white, pure, unshadowed sphere in his palm. Oh shit, dude. Amidst the crackling sounds, the long spear of light tore through the holy flames and accurately hit the evil spirits' heads. Dazzling light burst out, completely covering the entire area. Even the crazy client couldn't avoid it, as if he was too close to it. He couldn't help but close his eyes, his face controlled into a grimace. He felt as though his worms of spirit were evaporating one after another. The connection between the blasphemy slate and the true creator's power of the corruption had been greatly purified before they could fully be established. The sun seemed to rise into the sky. Dark Angel Sasir's indistinct figure appeared, twisting and distorting amidst the blinding white light and the holy flames. Melting away. Oh, this is a short chapter. Then the shadow that covered the walls, stone pillars, and the tiles began to disintegrate, revealing inches of orange-red light. The palace hidden in the resistance of the giant king finally failed to sustain its existence in the real world. It no longer blocked out the influence of the outside world. This also means that the special evil spirit that had lost contact with the Chaos Sea had truly been cleansed. Wow. Light? Like a light seeker? Oh, wait, that's mean. He was the light. Shut up. What do you mean? Colin was a light seeker because he was hit by the light? Shut up. That's too dark, man. Just as the Shadow Palace began to collapse without completely disintegrating, an invisible force finally pierced through the barrier, causing a minute amount of it to descend. This caused the corrupting nature to be gathered inside Klein's body to increase its intensity. They protruded out from his chest, turning into a black ball of flesh. The flesh immediately broke free from Klein's body, severing all invisible connections within him. It quickly squirmed and grew, turning into a gigantic shadow hand. It followed the illusory light between itself and the first blasphemy slate, and it grabbed the item. At the same time, the ruins of the battlefield of the gods, dream world, in front of the projection of the giant king's residence, dressed in a pointed hat and classical black robe, wait, what the fuck? Amon? What the fuck is he doing here all of a sudden? At the same time, in the ruins of the battlefield of the gods in the dream world, in front of the projection of the giant king's court, dressed in a pointed hat and classical black robe, Amon sat on the tall grayish-white railings with his back facing the orange-red path that separated the clouds. He leisurely looked at the grayish-blue door covered with golden nails. It was a mystery as to how long he had been waiting there for. Suddenly, he adjusted the monocle on his right eye and easily jumped down the railings, arriving at the door of the giant king's residence projection. Oh shit, what the fuck, he's here? The power of Chaos C is beginning to fade. I can use the bug and all of this to directly enter. Wait, this bitch was waiting. This stupid little fucking shit. He couldn't do it himself. He had to wait like a little bitch. He had to let a sequence 3 dude do all the work. Little bitch. As he smiled, he reached out his right hand and pressed it on the door's shadow. His figure immediately softened and lost its corporeal feeling before he entered the door of light like a stream of light. Yo, man, seeing chat go crazy gets me hyped, man. That's so cool. Backland somewhere on the battlefield with short blonde hair and dark green eyes, Crescent Sesamir genuflected on the ground. Wait, why are we with Crescent Sesamir all of a sudden? Backland? Wait, POV change. Oh shit, POV change. Light? Heart. I see what you did there. Was it him? Backland somewhere on the battlefield with short blonde hair and dark green eyes, Crescent Sesamir genuflected on the ground, stabbing a pure white bone sword that wasn't more than 1 meter long in length in front of him to support himself. Music change. Oh shit, Astroworld. Music change Astroworld. I forgot. I completely forgot, man. Whew. His body was covered with charred holes and cracks. Wait, what the fuck happened to Crescent Sesamir? His body was covered with charred holes and cracks that went straight through his body. His teeth were protruding and sharp like that of a beast. The high-ranking deckhand, whose consciousness was beginning to blur, struggling to shift his gaze. What the fuck is this happen? What happened? Whose consciousness was beginning to blur. I can't read anymore. I'm getting out of breath. Was beginning to blur, struggling to shift his gaze from the weak enemy who wasn't far away towards the sky. Wait, what? The orange sunset had partially invaded the dark night. Crescent Sesamir tried his best to pull out his bone sword and stand up to fight. He wanted to be a Nighthawk to the very— What? No! Fuck you! No! Crescent Sesamir tried his best to pull out the bone sword and stand up to fight. He wanted to be a Nighthawk to the very end, but his arm trembled violently as his breathing weakened. Wait! No! Wait! What's happening? Next thing you know, they fucking killed Derek, bro. Cuttlefish like, fuck it. Derek dies. No. This guy has to chill the fuck out. Too many people are dying. In the Astroworld, in an endless and silent darkness filled with the moonflowers and night vanilla. Wait, I skipped a sentence. Oh shit, Astroworld, music change. Oh shit. I'm gonna start closing all the old songs. Let me do that just to save up memory space. I don't got that much RAM. Oh shit. Wait, music. Sorry, chill. I'll chill. Oh man. I gotta catch my breath, man. You guys wanna talk about like economics or like physics? Another Evangelion song? Oh, this is from 3.0? Wait, I lost my place. In the Astroworld, in an endless and silent darkness filled with the moonflowers and night vanilla, suddenly orange beams of light shone into the kingdom, causing a portion of the area to return to dusk. One by one, the plants withered. In the desolate dusk, a gigantic mountain-like figure walked out. A what walked out? His limbs were abnormally long and he tattered silver armor. His face was covered by a helmet visor, only revealing a blob of orange light. He held an exaggerated sword in his hand, causing the tip of to naturally hang down, touching the dark grounds. Who the fuck is this? As the terrifying giant walked forward to the steps, the sword continued to be dragged across by the darkness, causing the ground to split apart as dusk froze. Deep in the darkness, an equally large figure pulled out a long sickle. Another large sickle? She was— Wow, black dress? Mommy? Is it mommy? She was wearing a black dress that was layered but not complicated. It was adorned with countless resplendent lights what the fuck? The gods are just walking in? cuttlefish moving like geek. Wait, what is going on, man? Who is geek? Mommy versus Unk? Wait, she was wearing a black dress that was layered but not complicated. It was adorned with countless resplendent lights that were as though there were stars that dotted the nights. It's fucking Evernight. Who the fuck was the other dude? The Night Sky. Evernight versus God of Combat. Place your bets. Is it God of Combat? Next, her ribs and waist tore pairs of arms. What the? Ugh. Near her ribs and waist, 2 pairs of arms grew out. Their surfaces were covered in short, deep black hair. And her six arms, Jesus Christ. In her 6 arms, 2 carried the huge black sickle that appeared heavy. Another 2 hands held a crimson. She's like holding a moon. She's holding a red moon. Another 2 hands. Oh, wait. So 2 hands are doing this. And then the other 4 hands are out. Another 2. She's looking like Shiva over here, bro. Another 2 hands held the crimson moon out of the hands she had left. One was empty while the other held an ancient accessory forged from gold. The accessory looked like a slender... Oh, shit, it's the brooch. Oh, shit, she digested the uniqueness. The accessory looked like a slender bird... Man, I'm shaking in my place. The accessory looked like a slender bird with pale white flames surrounding it. Within its bronze eyes, there were layers of light forming numerous illusionary doors. The giant wasn't surprised by such a scene. The speed of his stride sped up, gradually approaching that of a charge. He dragged his sword against his surroundings, which were a mixture of darkness and dusk, producing glimmers of pure white light of dawn. At this moment, the moon flowers and night vanilla to the side suddenly grew in size, growing wildly. Soon they resembled trees that lived in a primitive forest for more than 1,000 years. They were densely packed, blocking out the sky. Amongst these trees, a figure twined by the deep green vines that adored the various herbs and flowers appeared. She was also as huge as a mountain and had a voluptuous... I want to see that. Why is it playing twice? Oh shit, it is playing twice. Oh shit, it was playing. Oh, we're good now. Oh fuck, I didn't even notice that. Damn, was that going on? We got a mommy battle? Jesus, fuck it. Okay, let's play the song again because I somehow been looping it twice. What? Oh shit, I didn't even catch that. She was as huge as a mountain and had a voluptuous figure. Show, man, yo, send the artwork, bro. I don't even give a fuck if it's NSFW. Send the fucking artwork, man. She had followed the sunset giant and filtered towards a humanoid demonic wolf that was... What? She was also as huge as a mountain and had a voluptuous figure. Her dress was fluttered as she carried an illusionary baby. The moment the figure descended, she followed the sunset giant and filtered towards the humanoid demonic wolf that was dragging a huge black sickle. Evernight goddess turned into a humanoid demonic wolf. Earth Mother plus God of Combat versus Evernight. So it's 2v1. How the fuck do we even fight that? Not mommy? They double teaming mommy? That's a really bad way to explain that, but I know what you mean. I get what you mean, but you can interpret that another way. She followed the sunset giant and flickering towards a humanoid demonic wolf that was dragging a huge black sickle. In the palace where the shadows were falling apart, although some of the corruption had left Klein's body, making him no longer need to worry about any latent dangers in this aspect. This was equivalent to the culling many of the worms of spirit. He couldn't help but let out a low gasp as transparent and twisted maggots crawled out of his writhing face. They had mysterious patterns on them, and his mind was like a lake that had a boulder thrown into it. He was momentarily unable to calm down. At this moment, a familiar figure appeared in his eyes, which became bloodshot due to the pain. It was the angel of time Amon, who wore a monocule and a pointed hat. Amon smiled at him, scaring him into having the thought of returning to Spheric Castle immediately. Although this would suck for the sun, Klein... What the fuck, dude? Wow, man. Although this would suck for the sun, Klein felt that he would have the ability to save him due to the angel of powers from being in Spheric Castle. After all, the influences from the outside world could now enter this area. But in the blink of an eye, the angel of time cast his gaze towards the grayish-white blasphemy slate. He cast it towards the shadow hands that was saturating the growing stronger with the collapsing of the land of slumber. Amon immediately raised his right hand and had adjusted his right-eyed monocle. The crystal monocle turned dark as though it was mixed with countless colors of an indescribable manner. An illusionary, terrifying, tumultuous sea appeared in front of Amon. This blasphemer had released some unknown powers he had stolen from somewhere at the point of time, or perhaps it was some power of convergence. The blasphemy slate suddenly vibrated and emitted a buzzing sound as though it was alive. It broke free from the remaining light, and it wasn't stable enough between the shadow hands, and it threw itself at Amon. Klein, who had just recovered from the pain from his fear and horror, couldn't believe his eyes as they dilapidated. Wait, music change? Music change. Right? Music change? In front of the Iron Black Throne. Okay, in front of the Iron Black Throne. All right, the first blasphemy slate actually didn't choose the true creator of the Hanged Man pathway and instead sought refuge with the Marauder pathways. What? The first blasphemy slate sought refuge with the Marauder pathways Angel of Time. After momentarily dazed, he vaguely understood the whole story. Amon's true body had wandered to the forsaken lands of the gods for more than thousands of years before entering Chernobyl, doing so in search of the history from the second all the way to before the first epoch. He must have hovered at the edge of the Chaos Sea and had done some dangerous research. He had stolen some traits, and now he is only using the release of this stolen trait to attract... Oh, he's attracting the Blasphemy Slate. Simply put, the kings of angels had prepared for this for a very long time. As for the true creator, he is unable to completely descend because he took that aspect from the Chaos Sea. That's why he's unable to descend. He is unable to completely descend. He has to wait for the Dark Angel's land of slumber to completely collapse. But the problem is, why would Amon steal the first blasphemy slate? It's useless for him. Why would it... Wait, he has no way of transferring the spectator, reader, tyrant, son, and the Hanged Man pathways. Could it be because it's fun? Because it's fun? Wait, it's not. I'm not scrolling down. When the deities and his brother are plotting for this blasphemy slate, he suddenly intervenes and run away. But isn't it more important for him to capture me? As Klein remained puzzled with Amon's goal, he slowly retreated, opening his eyes wider, trying his best to pry into the secrets of the surface of the blasphemy slate. He wanted to memorize the potion formula he needed. Silly Amon. Sequence 1, attended to mysteries. As soon as the corresponding words entered his eyes, Amon reached out with his left hand and grabbed the blasphemy slate. Then he suddenly turned around and pressed his right hand onto the grayish-blue door that was still covered with a small amount of shadows. Wait, you guys are gonna have to explain this to me. I'm not even gonna lie. You have to explain to me what he's trying to do. The figure wearing a pointed hat and a classical black robe immediately turned illusionary as he tore through the door and vanished. The shadow hand, which partly formed Klein's corruption, rapidly expanded amidst the collapse of the land of the slumber. Finally, it turned into a black... He's just leaving? Okay, he just left. He came in and he came out. Finally, it turned into... So, wait, but he stole the blasphemy slate. He just stole it and he just took off. He just went and left. That's it. Fucking little weasel, dude. He just came in and came out. In the next second, all the shadows disappeared. The orange-red light illuminated the palace that the giant king once lived in. In front of the iron-black throne, on the platform that was illuminated by the lights of dusk, calling Iliad figure appeared. He was wearing a tattered silver armor, revealing... Wait, not yet. And the iron-black throne. Yeah, iron-black throne. Close this. Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! Why am I playing this? Wait! Whoa, whoa, whoa! We have only heard this song twice on our read-throughs. Wait! Both times I've been fucking triggering you. Wait! No! Wait, who's dying? Who's dying? Who's dying? In front of the iron-black throne on the platform that was illuminated by the light of the dusk. Oh, fuck you. I liked him too much. Calling Iliad's figure appeared. He was wearing a tattered silver armor, revealing several old scars on his face. Oh, fuck. I'm already crying. He sat up there quietly like a warrior who had just finished his last battle. Man, I'm fucking crying. Warrior. He was a fucking warrior until the very end, huh? Like a warrior who had just finished his last battle. His two swords had already crumbled, and he had stopped. Oh fuck! He stopped breathing. I lost my fucking place. Oh, I don't even want to read this anymore. Like a warrior who had just finished his last battle. His two swords had already crumbled and he had stopped breathing. However, Klein could sense that there were wait. There were still remnants of his will and psyche. The former couldn't bear to just dissipate without delivering his last words. Oh, he's gonna conjure. At the bottom of the stairs, Derek saw the scene. With his eyes red, he ran closer and stumbled, acting nothing like a demigod. He quickly knelt beside Colin Iliad and shouted, his voice going softer, "Chief!" Oh, fuck, I'm crying. Oh, I'm crying. Oh, wait, I don't think I was actually gonna cry in this stream. Next chapter is called Light. We're gonna find out who's the light seeker, man. Oh shit, we're gonna find out who's the light seeker. Oh shit. Oh man. This is the last chapter, right? Oh fuck. 158. Oh man. Oh shit, I put 167. Holy shit, we fucking did it. It's a long ass chapter too. Oh man. Oh shit. Banger of a volume. This is, I think, the best volume out. Easy. It's easy. He's the light seeker. Oh man, I've been trying to seek the light. Rip Colin. No man. I'm fucking crying. Lovia, I respect it, so my eyes were getting a little watery. But I was hoping he wouldn't die. Shit, man. Give me a sec. Oh fuck. Final chapter, man. This is the final chapter, volume 6. Arguably the best fucking chapter, man. Chapter 1266 is called Light. For a demigod beyonder, they experienced a qualitative change due to their powerful souls. Even in death, their psyche could persist for some time, unless this was circumvented due to an enemy deliberately destroying it. A high sequence beyonder who continued having a strong desire or unresolved matters during their state of death could have their remnant will last longer. 2 music changes? Oh my god. Alright, let me know. Without giving Derek a chance. As such, he could slowly assimilate the surrounding areas, allowing it to mix with the spirit world and even the underworld, so as to turn it into an evil spirit. Therefore, although calling Iliad had stopped breathing, he was still able to hear Derek's cry while sitting at the top of the ancient god staircase in a tattered silver armor. He turned his head to... Oh, man, he's looking at him. He stopped breathing, but he can still look, man, right? He turned his head to look at the underage demigod before smiling. Compared to the elders of the past, it's a form of luck for Livia and myself to die here. Upon hearing this, Derek gaped his mouth, wanting to say something, but he felt something pressing down at his heart, blocking his throat. And not far away, Klein raised the Staff of Stars and attempted to use Wool Occitan's reboot to say, "Oh, please, to save Colin Iliad." However, he failed several times in the world. You joined at the right time. You joined at a good time, man. He failed several times in a row. Even the successful attempt didn't have the ability to reverse everything. The effects were clearly inferior to the originals, and it involved a uniqueness. Amon's true body had descended. He's already dead, so he can't even be turned into a marionette. Oh man, you can't even make him a marionette. He can only consider turning into an evil spirit, but there's almost no evil spirit that can maintain their humanity. Even Dark Angel Cecile failed to do so. The only exception is the Red Angel Medici trio, but that was only after they left their territory and went to Bansi Harbor. The chief doesn't seem willing to take this route, so the residents of the City of Silver, becoming an ear spirit is undoubtedly a curse. Klein sighed and cast his gaze elsewhere to observe the giant king's palace that had its shadows recede. Calling Iliad's... Oh man, this is sad, man. Calling Iliad examined Derek's face and sighed. Oh man, when you return, you will be a member of the 6-member council. But at what cost? At what cost, man? Fuck. I know, relative to your age, this is a very heavy responsibility, but everyone in the City of Silver has to be prepared to shoulder everyone's fate. Derek nodded and said with a nasal voice, "Yes, Your Excellency." I forgot when I'm changing the music without giving Derek a chance. Okay. Derek nodded and said with a nasal voice, "Yes, Your Excellency." Calling Iliad revealed an amiable smile. Don't be worried that don't understand this. I'll tell you a secret. Currently, City Silver only waits, and I know of it. When you get back, tell this to wait immediately. He will understand that Livia and my death has nothing to do with you. Otherwise, you will not obtain this secret from me. Having said this, Colin Iliad looked at Grip and Gurmsparrow, nodded gently. From today onwards, everyone in the City of Silver can freely change their faith to Mr. Full. Derek wasn't excited at all. He nodded heavily, indicating that he understood. Wait. Was that it? Fuck, man, I don't even know. I keep. Oh man, this is hard. It's hard to read. You're reading with a nasal voice. I know, man. You know it's bad when you're like when you're talking like that. Colin, my nose is getting. Oh shit! Don't look at me, man. Colin Iliad immediately retracted his gaze. A layer of solemnity and bitterness appeared on his clearly exhausted face. That secret is related to the second god level artifact of our city. It's called the Gift of the Land. Derek wiped his eyes. Oh my god, wipe my eyes. Derek wiped his eyes with his arm and listened attentively to the chief's description. Colin Iliad sighed and continued. It's precisely because of this sealed artifact that black-faced grass can now grow around the City of Silver, preventing us from completely sinking into the Dark Ages. Derek's pupils dilated as the sadness in his heart eased. That was a long chapter. I just saw it. It's like 8 pages. He remembered very clearly that the textbooks mentioned they discovered the black-faced grass as a key turning point in the history of the City of Silver. He believed that if there was no such safe and harmless staple food, then the City of Silver would no longer become a playground for monsters. At that instant, Derek thought of many things. He finally understood why the mushrooms that Mr. World had given him had undergone a huge transformation in the City of Silver, one that was different from the original description. Colin Iliad's gaze swept across his face, and his voice suddenly turned deep. It's precisely because of this that we are burdened with the fate of being cursed. Only people who are killed by their immediate family wouldn't become a terrifying evil spirit. Wait. I'm getting lost. What? Cornucopia has a price. Derek's expression froze. Murdering his parents. Oh man, I don't even want to think about that, dude. Murdering his parents left a wound that could never heal in his heart. He had always blamed the corresponding curse on the land and that had been forsaken by the gods, but now the chief had told him the truth, which was unlike what he had imagined. The curse gave them the food they relied on for survival. Oh, it came at a price. They get food. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? No, man, that's so bad, bro. The grizzled and exhausted looking Colin Iliad's eyes glazed over as he seemed to be recalling killing his father, mother, brother, sister. Oh, he killed his son. Oh, he killed his youngest son. He killed his daughter and his eldest. What the fuck? And he killed his grandchild? He killed all of them? Oh, man, I'm crying. That is so fucking sad. His voice... Oh, man, hold up. What the fuck, man? Why do you guys read this? This is so tragic. Why are you guys reading this? Just to suffer? You guys read this just to suffer? Oh, man. Derek's... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Wait, hold on. I was about to reread that. His voice became fleeting. Lovia once said that a dying person was not to transform into an evil spirit after leaving the City of Silver. Back then, I didn't tell her that this was the truth. After the Gift of the Land's range is huge, most people who are about to die are unable to leave the corresponding region in time. Oh, it's too big of a range. This is a secret that only the chief can grasp. I try my best exploring and fighting, hoping that the future generations wouldn't have to suffer such pain. The chief of the City of Silver, who was clearly advancing in his years, slowly exhaled without giving Derek a chance to make a promise. He seemed to recall something as he said, "Also, you mustn't fully believe the situation of the Rose Redemption that is recorded in that palace." Klein couldn't stop scrutinizing his surroundings as he revealed a slightly lost expression. Colin Iliad added, dude, he's doing all this after he stopped breathing. What the fuck? Colin Iliad added in a deep voice, "Earth Mother cannot be Giant Queen Omobella." Oh shit. Oh man, I need to change music. I need to take this music off, man. Shit fucked me up. Oh man, you're playing a lot of music from Ava. You guys have some acquired ass taste. You have some acquired taste, Cammy. Let me raise the volume a bit. I'll lower it a bit. I'll ramp up. Fuck, I lost my place. Oh, good. Oh, it's good. Oh, some good music. We love some Ava music. Klein couldn't scrutinize his surroundings and revealed a slightly lost expression. Colin Iliad added a deep voice, "Earth Mother cannot be Giant Queen Obella." Omabella has long died. Her corpse is in the city of silver, and more precisely, it's the gift of the land. Whoa, whoa, this got loud. This got loud. Give me a sec. This got really loud. And it's the gift of the land. This, when Klein heard this, his pupils dilated as a chill ran down his spine. The real giant queen. Sorry. The real giant queen had long died in the city of silver and had become a sealed artifact. Oh, she became that? Shit. I don't fucking... do I remember who Omabella is? Explain it to me and I'll tell you if I remember. Explain it to me and I'll tell you if I remember. Oh, wait, no. She was the queen. She was the... Omabella was supposed to be the former queen. Omabella was giant king... she was the queen. She was the queen. Omabella. Omabella was the queen. Queen Omabella. She was the queen of the giant... Yeah, I remember. No, wait, no. She was suspected to be Earth Mother. I lied. She was suspected to be Earth Mother. Omabella had long died. Her corpse is the city of silver, and more precisely, it's the gift of the land. This, when Klein heard this, his pupils dilated as a chill ran down his spine. A real giant queen had long died in the city of silver and became a sealed artifact. Then who is the one currently masked? Oh, shit. Earth Mother. The wife, I remember, the giant King Armir's wife. Yeah. The queen. Then who is the one currently masquerading as Earth Mother? Somebody else? And the kingdom that was covered in the moonflowers, a night vanilla, the sunset. Why are we changing POVs? The sunset giant sword struck the heavy pitch black sickle and froze in midair. What? In the darkness that had been destroyed by the intense battle of the gods, time seemed to come to a halt, be it the giant wearing tattered armor who was bathing in the dusk, or the humanoid demonic wolf with 6 arms. They seemed to become a part of an oil painting. Everything stood on the spot, maintaining their previous posture. However, a dark brown wooden cane had stabbed through the back of the sunset giant, piercing through its heart as it frankly drained the life of the deity. Who the fuck is this? Dragging him down in an act of returning it to the land, returning to a mother's embrace? Jesus. Wait, I'll be honest, I am kind of sad that we're actually not getting more of this. So, it was originally a 2v1. Wait, so who was the other one that betrayed? Oh, God of Combat and Evernight Mommy might. So wait, so God of Combat betrayed her? Wait, let me keep reading. This dark brown wooden staff was held in the hands of the giant-like voluptuous woman. It formed a deep autumn scene with the withered flowers, grass, and mushrooms. The sunset giant slowly turned his head and looked at the woman who was carrying the baby in one hand. He said, oh shit, Lilith. Wait. Primordial Demoness Lilith is pretending to be the Earth Mother? Not Mommy? No, not Evernight Mommy. My bad. I'm Earth Mother. Lilith? At this moment, the dress-wearing demonic wolf with the head of a female human let out a chuckle. The bird-shaped golden accessory in her hand flew out as it actively pierced through the gape of the sunset giant's visor. Then she threw Vampire Ancestor. Wait, what'd I say? What'd I say? Easy. Wait, what'd I say? I don't even know what I said. What'd I say? What is it? Wait, what'd I say? Vampire Ancestor Lilith. Sorry. What did I say? Oh, I said Primordial Demoness Lilith. Sorry. different baddie. Not Mommy as in Evernight. No, it's not Mommy. Sorry. I confused. Sorry, wrong baddies. I mixed up names. The Crimson Moon and her 2 other hands at the voluptuous woman. Oh, wait. Then she threw the Crimson Moon she was holding in her 2 hands at the voluptuous woman. And that's Lilith. And the next second, a portion of the sunset giant's body collapsed. An orange-red sunset pierced through the serene darkness and landed in the real world. Some landed... Let me put the volume up. Some landed... Wait, let me loop it. I think the music just ended. Some landed on the battlefield, causing countless soldiers to die. Some crushed the mountains, creating a... They crushed the mountains, creating a lake that made all the living creatures age. Some fused with some lucky creatures. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Dude, so many people are dying. No. Evernight gave the Crimson Moon. Yeah, no, she threw the moon at her. She took it. And then that's where, like, what was it? All this is happening now as a result? I lost my place. Give me a sec. This is a little too exciting. Where was it? crushed mountains. Oh, creating a lake that made all the living creatures age. Some fused with some lucky creatures, turning them into a crazy and powerful monsters, while others enveloped the great Twilight Hall outside the St. Millum. The solidified orange light was extinguished. In the Amantha mountain range, outside the Cathedral of Serenity, Abomination Sua and the other mythical creatures who were... Let me lower the volume, now it's loud. Who were helping Facetic and his Angels of Attack seemed to sense something. The battle came to a halt. After the bloodlust eyes growing on the pitch-black trees rolled once, Abomination Sua immediately entered the void and escaped into the spirit world. In the outskirts of the backland, in a small cathedral that no one paid attention to... Shut up. You better not hurt anybody here. A golden bearded pious priest wearing a simple white robe opened his eyes. Adam? A golden bearded pious priest wearing a simple white robe opened his eyes. They revealed a childlike innocence and purity. The war ended. What the fuck? The war is over. What? Wait, he drank a potion. Wait. A golden bearded pious priest wearing a simple white robe opened his eyes. They revealed a childlike innocence and purity. He calmly took out a golden potion and opened the lid, pouring the liquid inside his mouth. What the fuck? And he drinks his potion when the war ends. Stop skipping. Did I skip something? Adam has ascended to the throne. What the fuck? The war ended just like that. Wait. So he's sequence 0. If Audrey hadn't seen it with her own eyes, she would have never believed that the war would end just like that. After the dark night swallowed the orange dusk and faded away by itself, the silver knight in front of him seemed to suffer a heavy mental blow. Even after recovering and composing himself, he didn't continue attacking his enemy. He fled in a rather sorry and perplexed state. What the fuck is Adam planning now, bro? I thought the war was going to be going on until the end of book 1. But Adam, he wanted it to end at volume 6? What the fuck is 7 and 8? I thought the wars were going to be going until the ending. Just like this Silver Knight, the Angels of Saints of Facetic and Intis allied forces fled one after another as the... Oh, it's the mental plague spread. Beyond that forms of the backbone of the army, they collapsed in an uncontrollable manner. However, on the low side, the demigods' low and mid-sequence beyonders and ordinary soldiers didn't attempt to pursue them. This was because they were equally confused, perplexed, and puzzled. Audrey walked back into the city and saw the surviving backland residents coming out of their houses, shelters, or hiding spots one after another. They stared blankly at the scenes, which resembled a primeval forest. What the fuck? Backland just turned into a primeval forest. Just like that. They didn't cheer, shout, or vent their emotions. Their expressions were numb, and their eyes were vacant. They didn't know how and why the disaster had suddenly ended. There's no lack of people who had once been saved by the Charity Foundation. Many of them looked familiar to Audrey, but their condition wasn't much different from when they were queued up to collect food. Audrey suddenly observed... David, I don't even... Oh, I did do a timestamp. Okay. There was no lack of people. Audrey silently observed. I lost my place. Shit. Many of them looked familiar to Audrey, but their condition wasn't much different from when those who queued up to collect food. Audrey silently observed the scene before returning to Empress Borough, back to her villa. Music changed when we're back in the flock. Okay. She saw her father. Oh, shit. It ends with Klein drinking the potion. Because we brought back the Forsaken Lands. Wait, no, hold up. Actually, we don't know that yet. She saw her father, mother, elder brother, butler, servants looking out of the windows in confusion, just like the citizens on the streets. For some reason, a sentence suddenly flashed across Audrey's mind. Dying, he knew not his executor, survivor, he knew not his circumstances. What is this from? An orange dusk calmed the lightning storm that blazed with frequent bolts of lightning and sank into the dark blue sea with an indescribable bottom nearly swallowing the dawn within it. Queen Mystic had used her other Grade 0 sealed artifact in time, allowing the ship to avoid a terrifying disaster. Holy shit, we're almost done, dude. She frowned slightly as if she hadn't sensed something. However, her expression eased up immediately, allowing the Dawn to continue moving forward on an unsafe sea route. It was to engage in all kinds of dangerous battles with strong winds, huge waves, lightning, and sea monsters. In the dark environment, Bernadette's gaze seemed to penetrate through many obstacles, allowing her to see the light. Dude, I'm losing my voice. Allowing her to see the light that was chasing after her. No matter how many obstacles she faced, she would not stop her approach. On the staircase in the Giant King's residence, which was covered in an orange light. Oh shit, Giant King's residence. Hold up, music change. Do I have water in here? I don't have water. Do I change the music now? We're back, right? Okay. Oh shit. What the fuck is this song? What are we playing? We're playing Made in Abyss. Oh. Oh! I can't hear this song. I'm already crying. This is one of the best movies ever. Oh my god. Oh. Oh man, Made in Abyss is so goated. On the staircase in the Giant King's residence, which was covered in orange light. Wait, let me do this. Bro, this is like a 10 out of 10 right here. Oh man. On the staircase in the Giant King's residence, which was covered in orange light. Let me loop the, you gotta make sure the music is looping. Oh shit, it's over. It's almost over. Which was covered in orange light. After telling Derek the secret calling, Iliad said to Derek, "Go open that door." Oh no, it dies with him seeing the light. Oh no. I'm already crying. Go open the door. I want to see what the sunlight outside is like. Oh fuck. Oh man, I'm crying. Yes, the rims of Derek's eyes reddened once again. He pursed his lips tightly and stood up. He put down the... Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Ah, fuck. Ah, man. Yo, fucking round of applause to Cami, man. You did fucking fire today with the music. Ah, man. He put down the hammer in his hand, and under an encouraging gaze of Klein, he steadily circled around the iron-black throne and arrived in front of the grayish-blue door, which depicted the sunset. Oh, man. Derek stared at it for a second, bent down, stretched out his hands, and pressed them against the sides of the door. Then he strained his muscles and pushed hard. At that moment, he seemed to see his parents... Oh, fuck. He seemed to see his parents, his deceased teammates like Joshua and Antiona, Lovia in a purple-patterned black robe, and the grizzled Colin Iliad. They stood beside him and pressed their hands. Oh, fuck. They're like helping him push the door. Oh, shit. Oh, man. They stood behind him and pressed their hands against the door, pushing the grayish-blue door with him. They're like helping him, dude. Just like in the episode when Dunn is dying. All the hands of the fallen Evernight members are like helping him. Ah, shit. This is so good. They stood beside him and pressed their hands against the door, pushing the grayish-blue door with him. Beads of water streamed down Derek's face as a heavy creaked sound echoed in the ears. A crack appeared. Oh, dude, my voice hurts. A crack appeared, letting the golden sunlight flood in. The light seeker. The gap grew bigger and bigger, and a golden sea gradually appeared in Derek's eyes, presenting itself in front of Kala Iliad. Oh, fucking crying. In front of Kala Iliad's eyes. Upon seeing this scene, the corners of Kala... Oh, fucking crying. I can't read. There's only 2 sentences left and I can't fucking read, man. Upon seeing this scene, the corners of Kala Iliad's lips twitched slightly as he bathed in the warm sunlight. The corners of his lips pulled up slightly as he revealed a faint smile and a faint yearning, his body evaporating bit by bit. I can't even read the last line, dude. Light was the meaning to everything. End of 6th volume. Light Seeker. Get the fuck out of here, man. Oh, this is so good. Ah, shit. I'm fucking crying, dude. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, shit. Don't look at me. Oh, man. Oh, shit. I need to do my timestamp. Holy shit, unknown. God bless you, bro. Let me do my timestamp before I forget. 219:30. Oh shit. I'm not even gonna pause it. I'm just gauging it. 219:30. We fucking did it, guys. We finished Lightseeker. Oh shit. That was such a good volume. A white tear just ran down my leg. Fucking oh shit. Hopefully it's tears of joy, man. What a fucking good ass volume. I sent pretty much all the art with Zen in Discord. Oh shit, okay. Let's take a look at it, man. Let me put chat up on screen. Dude, man. Kevin he's a fucking genius, man, when it comes to music. Oh man, hold up. I need to close this chapter, man. There's so much that fucking happened. I'm already changing this for next time. Damn. Wow. Wow, just wow. We fucking did it, man. We found the light seeker. Dude, there's so much artwork. Hold the fuck up. Yo, chill out. There is so much artwork going on. Whoa! There is so much artwork. Where do I even start? Oh, these might be for 4s. I'm not sure. This is a cute one. That's a good palette cleanser for what the fuck we just read. So this is what we saw earlier during the fight. I don't even care about this artwork anymore. I want to look at all the beautiful sad artwork. But this is still one of the best artworks ever. No, I do care about it. Oh man, look at Darky. He's doing this shit. Just oh my god. I didn't send everything. Milosh sent like 3x more in Wiz Discord. Oh shit. Yo, somebody hit up Milosh. Tell us. Can I peek at his? No, I can't peek at his Discord. No, I cannot pierce at his Discord. I'm gonna just play this. I'm gonna just keep looping this song for now. Wow, man. I'm speechless. No? Yeah, no, I can't look at it. Oh man. What a fucking good volume. I choked up like a little bitch. Wow. Oh, look at his golden bronze eyes. You'll get corrupted? Yeah, I'll definitely get corrupted. Can't look at it. Not yet. Jeez, look at the scale, dude. Look at the fucking scale, dude. Damn. Damn, he's fucking big. Damn, he's fucking huge. Who is this? Is this, wait, who is this? The Final Watch? We all know who was gonna die, yet we also cried. Man. By the way, the reason why Lovia changed and was suspicious was because her lover died on her expedition. The skull she was the skull she was holding is his... What? It's her husband's head? Her lover died on her expedition and she was holding onto that her lover's skull? Dude, you gotta head out. No, it's okay, love, man. It's okay. Oh, man. What a fucking... It's not confirmed, but yeah. Okay, it's implied. Oh, man. What a fucking good volume. This is the best volume of fucking LOTM. Dude, man, Cuttlefish set the bar high. He's like, hey, man, I'm excited for Lightseeker. And he's like, I think this is gonna be my favorite volume. He was right, man. This was the best fucking volume. Holy shit. The volumes literally get better. Like, it actually gets better. Wow. Jeez, man. Oh, is this supposed to be the little halos that were circling around his head? It said that earlier, right, when we were reading, like the halos would circle around his head and his body. I assume that's it. My man is fucking looking like Sephiroth over here, bro. God damn, fucking the little one-winged angel up in here. Holy shit, this dude looks badass as fuck. Oh my god. Dude, people are so fucking talented, man. How the fuck? That one is the official card. Yeah, I assume these are all official, right? Anytime we see like these cards, this one is official card art. Oh my god. Oh man, look at him just looking at the sun. Oh man, no, this one is. Oh, the Sincere one is official. Oh shit, it kind of does look like the artwork we've seen. Oh shit, I gotta save all this then. Wow. It's like, this is the best fucking volume. The Lavia one is from a single artist, is not official. Oh, dude, it looked official. I thought this was official artwork. Oh shit, really? This is the best fucking volume. God damn. Look at fucking Derek opening the door. All the blood. Everybody that died just helping him get to this point. Oh, this was a sample? Damn, man. The doors on the art are made out of Colin's sword. Oh, you're right. Oh, shit. That's him in the... Oh, he's holding it. He's doing this. Oh, I didn't even catch that. Wow. Super bad tunnel vision. Oh, shit. He's holding the door and he's pushing it open. This is swords. Wow, man. Dude, people are so fucking talented. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, man. I'm fucking crying. Oh, he's crying. I'm crying with you, bro. I'm crying with you, Derek. I was gonna call him Eric. I'm crying with you, Derek. Oh shit. Look, I'm crying again. I'm not even lying. Look at this shit. I'm crying again. We'll go up. Fuck. Oh man, this is such a good volume. I love this series, man. I'm not gonna lie, I get lost. You guys know me. I get lost sometimes because this shit is hard to follow. And then I'm reading it out loud, and then since I'm stream looking at chat, I'm getting like distracted. But hey, man, that's half the fun. And then you know, man, when shit hits the fan, I get a little emotional. Wow. Light Seeker. Wow, this is so good. We did it. No shot, man. Volume 7 starts with him becoming a miracle invoker. He's probably gonna drink the potion because he brought the Forsaken Lands back to the real world. Oh my god, I can finally look at her. Oh shit! I saw this artwork like during volume 1. Do you guys remember I told you guys about this? Oh shit! Oh, it was her hurrying the scepter. God damn. God damn. Damn. I'm gonna say it. Would love to take her out on a beautiful date. They spoiled it in the Dunkwa. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they did spoil it in Dunkwa. Every night is so fucking. She is fucking badass. Straight up Bloodborne, bro. This is some Bloodborne ass shit right here. Oh wow. Oh, the fur. Oh shit. Oh yeah, like the wolf hat. That is trippy. Oh, this is. Oh shit. This is the bird brooch. The 4 fur-covered hands, her 2 hands holding the crimson moon, her black crimson veil. No, not crimson veil, just her black simple veil with patterns of the star. All those hands. God damn, man. Some wild-ass shit. Oh, look at the constellations. Oh, where's the Big Dipper? That's the only one I know. We got the Big Dipper, and oh, I found the Big Dipper. That's the Big Dipper right there. Wow. Look at that, man. Look at this fucking scepter. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck is this one on the bottom? Wow. Also check DM. Okay, I'll check DM. I got you. What? Dude, there's so much shit I want to use as artwork now. That is so good. One sec. Adam art where? Was there Adam art? Oh my god, this looks so fucking good, dude. Damn! Oh my god, I can't get over how good this artwork is. There is so much more artwork that you guys sent. What the? This is fucking peak. Amnesis by Skyda. Wow, you talented, beautiful genius. Damn, Lilith is fucking beautiful. So the ancient ancestor Lilith, you see, I said it right. Sorry, I don't know why I said primordial demoness. It's it wasn't cheek, my bad. Who the fuck is this? Wait, I'm sorry, who is that? Who is this supposed to be? I've never seen a bad Evernight art. I haven't. They're all good. Audrey finding the That's Audrey? When did it say she had wings? What? Really? I thought she was like in her half dragon form. Like when you guys sent the old artwork, Dragon Bro? No, I remember reading dragon form, like the scales and everything, but I thought she was kind of like half human, half dragon, because I used it as a thumbnail. Remember the thumbnail I used way back then when you guys sent like her in like her dragon form? I didn't realize it was like this dragon-like. Wow, oh my god, Jesus, bro. Damn, this is Medici, right? Yeah, that's Medici. It looks like Medici. I think it's Medici. Oh man. Oh man. Damn, he really fucking does look like Geralt of Rivia. That's the Seer? Oh, sorry. Okay, I guess because I saw red, I was thinking like, oh, this is red. And I'm like, oh, he has red hair. Okay, look, it's the Seer. No, okay, yeah, no, wait, no. Look, I gotta bring up the artwork. I used that my thumbnail. Well, look at the thumbnail I used as Audrey a few streams ago when she was in her dragon form. I thought she still looked like in her half dragon form. I thought it was like a partial dragon form. I didn't know it was like full dragon form. True creator eyes in the back. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Now you're tweaking? No, what do you mean? Oh man. What a fucking good series, man. Oh man. Oh, that's him fading away. Oh shit. No, look at fucking Derek, bro. So good. What a good series, dude. Fuck you, Adam. You little fucking piece of shit. This fucker just has daddy issues. End of the day, this bitch has daddy issues, and that's why you had to cause all this misery and damage and this whole war. That's why so many people are suffering outside of the real world right now. Adam, my goat. Adam, the little bitch with father issues. That's why he's doing all this. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Sorry. I gotta chill. I gotta chill. Don't want to get the video demonetized. Wow. Look at all the blood. The red priest. I see the symbolism there. Oh, he has one red eye. Damn. Wow. This is one of the greatest series of all time. Most clippable clip of all time. Yo, clip it. We'll make that a short when I'm gone over the weekend. Guess who has daddy issues in Lore of the Mysteries? Is it A, B, or C? Oh, that's so fucking funny, man. Oh, shit. Why am I getting a phone call? I can still, bro. We can clip on, bro. We can't clip on YouTube. You guys can't clip on YouTube anymore. Wait, you guys can't do clips? Really? You guys can't do clips anymore? Oh, the light seeker. The light seeker. It was Derek all along. Oh, look at all of them behind him. Oh, I'm crying. Wait, so Lilith? Oh, that's Lilith and Evernight as kids? Oh, this is so beautiful. Dude, that was a badass betrayal. So she fucking killed. So Lilith killed the god of combat. So she pretended to be on their side, fucking kills them, and then she was like with her this whole time, and that's why she girl bosses. Fucking girl queens, bro. Childhood friends for real. This is beautiful. Wow, dude. You know what's crazy? The fraud of combat. He wasn't no god of combat. Lilith took him out. He ain't no god of combat. Get out of here, god of combat. Got a little bitch, dude. Wow, what is this? Oh, the light seeker. Oh, he's looking at the ocean. Is this Derek looking at the ocean? Wow. Wow. Dude, I'm losing my voice. Oh, man. Yo. I'ma just say, BC slay, they fucking slay, bro. Fucking queen slays. All I'ma say, Lore of the Mysteries has, I kid you not, some of the best girl power I've ever read, bro. Holy shit, the woman in this series kick fucking ass, bro. It is so crazy good. And I'm not hating on other series. Hold up. Just because I'm saying one thing is good, I'm not saying the other thing is bad. Hold up. I'm just saying that right now, in my opinion. It's like, this series has some of the craziest girl boss energy I've ever read. It's just so good, bro. When she turned into mythical, it's just so fucking good. Yo, man, Audrey carried in this volume. Like, actually. Like, actually. Look at this stupid little fucking Amon just coming in at the last second of steal. Wait, I've seen these. These are like the... I've seen these at least in, like, anime. The little Japanese, paper things, right? Paper things. Oh, yeah, we do have the clown emoji. Yo, we gotta add more, man. Oh, my God. Look at that. I'm getting the hiccups. Is the best volume. Dude, there's so much artwork. Yo, I ship them. I'm sorry, but I ship them. Look, like, we got the goth baddie, and then we just got the baddie. Like, they're beautiful together. I ship them. Childhood best friends. Just like, this, for me, they're like Forge and Shio now. I love them. I love their chemistry already. Wow. This is so good. God of Combat lost and God of Actual. Lost in Actual Combat. Actual bum. The God of Combat lost in Actual Combat. Oh, shit, that's her holding the baby? That's like, you thought it was Oh My Bella, but it was actually me, Lilith. That is so good. It was me, Dio. Oh shit, that is so fucking funny, dude. Oh shit, that was a funny ass one. Gotta Combat got dominated. This is a good picture to end on. Check DMs. Oh shit, let me check DMs. Yeah, I'll check. OCR? Alright, this is the last. I'll be honest, we are gonna hard stop after this. I do need to head out. It's getting pretty late. So after this, we gotta head out. Oh, come on. Why are you asking me to... Bro, I can't read none of this shit. Just play the fucking video. Oh my God, I need a QR code. Are you kidding me? Oh, I can just play it from the embedded video on Discord. Okay. I got it. Oma Bella is God of Combat's mother, by the way. MF didn't notice someone replaced his mom for... Motherfucker didn't notice someone replaced his mom for thousands of years and he didn't notice. Oh, shit, that's funny. Press X on your Discord. No, I know. For some reason, it's like, oh, it doesn't let me play. I need a QR code. I just realized, oh, yeah, you can just play it from Discord. Oh, wait. Oh, my God, that is so good. Let me play this music again. You know what? Let's play this. Let's play Dawn of the Deep Soul. Yeah, for people that don't know, I think Main Abyss, it's like season 1, man. I didn't finish season 2 because I was reading it when it was coming out back then. But Main Abyss, I think, is like one of my favorite series ever. The movie is just 10 out of 10. The video has audio, by the way. All right. Oh, man, look at them help him. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Wait, I don't hear audio. Oh, I have it muted. Duh. Wait. I don't know if this one's safe to play. Should I play this one? Yeah, we'll just keep playing this one. I'll just keep playing this one for now. The music, it makes me a little bit more sadder. Wow. It should be safe? Alright, it should be safe. Oh shit, this is by the same artist, OSOT. Oh shit, yeah. Oh, this is him, how he drew it? Wow, he's... Wait, is this recent? Did he just do this? Yeah, dude, OSOT, he is a talented as... Wait a second. I have artwork of him. Hold up. Wait a sec. I've been downloading this bitch's artwork for years. Wait, no, hold up. I'm thinking of somebody else. Wait, hold up. I'm thinking of the other person that says, like, something WIP. Never mind. I'm thinking of the wrong person. Never mind. Sorry, never mind. I was thinking of the wrong person. Wait, is it part of the 100 he released? I think I've... All of his... Dude, I want to look at all... Oh, yeah. Thank you, username. WLOP. Sorry, I confused him with WLOP for a second. Yeah, I've had artwork of WLOP for like years, man, as my wallpapers. You're thinking, yeah, my bad. Mix them up. The abbreviation confused me. So he just drew this? Is this something recent? Oh shit, it is recent. Oh shit. Wow. This is Lord of the Mysteries is, I think, one of the best series of all time. September. He recently released 100 art like this all at once. He released 100 art like this all at once. He released 100 different pieces of artwork around the same time as Go to Peak. Amazing, dude. Dude, like, bro, brothers and sisters, we only got one volume down. We got like dozens left to collect. We gonna be collecting volumes for a long time. Look, man, I am committed to buying every single volume. I am committed to buying every single hardcover volume. I would rebuy all of the series if they do hardcovers. Like, I'm excited for the Kingdom physical releases they announced like a day or today. I just saw that on Twitter. Holy shit, I was losing my fucking mind. Kingdom is like one of my favorite mangas also. But this, the 100 art was a part of the official art merch stuff. Oh, official art merch. He has official art merch. Damn, that sounds. I need to cop something. That's good. I'm waiting for a hardware release too. Man, I'm impressed. I'm just impressed by how fucking good this series is. I am so happy I started reading this, man. I'm waiting for a hardcover release. I'm gonna collect all the single ones and the hardcovers when they come out. I think this is one of the best series I've ever read. And yes, I haven't read everything out there in the world. I know I'm still behind another series. It's just, this is really good. Is it a crime to say that this is peak? And Think Easy OST Art does art for RI. Gonna be good when we start reading RI again. Ooh, we're gonna be good once we get back to that. Bro, I need the Chinese hardcovers to be translated. There are Chinese, my brother in Christ, there are Chinese hardcovers. We're going to be eating good for a long time. Well, I'm glad I recommended the series. Thank you, Unhinged. Thank you for recommending the series to me. To be fair, it was Sad that recommended the series to me. He recommended the series to me when we were reading Eloseed. I mean, so much of those old videos are private just because we were raw dogging it, bro. We were reading without what's it called, filters. It was bad, man. I was like, got that started like, oh, now I know we should be putting filters. Man, it's good. I love the series. The volume 1 you have is a translated Chinese volume 1. Oh, but well, yeah, I know that people did say that what's it called? It's like it was the Chinese physical releases, at least for the cover art. All right, guys, I gotta go though. I gotta head out. It was amazing streaming with all you beautiful, loving people. But Easy gotta go. Wow, I just spoke in third person. But I gotta go. I'm gonna be gone for a few days. I know. I will be back. I know. I'm play the sad music. Play the sad music. I know. I'll be gone for a few days. I'll be back Monday, probably midday, maybe. I don't know. I'll be back Monday. I don't know if I'm gonna read Monday. If I do read Monday, we'll read Monday. If I do stream on Monday, we will I'm losing my train of thought. We'll be reading. We'll be dilly-dallying. I don't know. I guess for new people, if there's a random new schmuck out there that tuned into this schmuck reading LOTM, if you like me just yapping about reading LOTM, I think it'd be super cool if you like, comment, subscribe. And I heard if you subscribe to the Easy Geeky channel, you're gonna grow 1 inch. Grow what 1 inch? You pick, but you will grow 1 inch in height, in charisma, in your friendship, and your passion of love. You will grow 1 inch into that jar. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. That was a really bad outro. Can't confirm. Harash, thank you, man. Is it Harash? Harsh. Why did I say Harash? Harsh. See, he confirmed. 1 inch. I gotta make some alts. Hey, it doesn't work for alts. It's a one-time thing, kind of. It's a one-kind deal kind of thing. But yo, that 1 inch can make a big difference for some people out there. 1 inch and what? I'll leave that up to you. That being said, peace. Have an amazing day. And if we're not back Monday, we'll definitely be back Tuesday. All right, later, guys. Bro doubled me. Go study. Yeah, go study. Go take care, guys, bro. What if we use all our alts at the same time? I don't know, man. You could be looking like Derek at the end. All right, later, guys.